And we're back live, everybody. Welcome back here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball. Hopefully a good game in store tonight. Back with the NBA for this Northeast battle going on. Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Philly with the best record so far out of everybody out in the NBA. 7-1 record through their first 8 games. For Brooklyn with a 4-4 record, and they're going to be without Kyrie and KD today. Kevin Durant in quarantine is going to have to miss tonight's game, Friday's game, and Sunday's game as well due to him being in quarantine. And also Kyrie will not play today. That's due to personal reasons. So stepping up in the starting 5 tonight for the Brooklyn Nets in place of Kyrie will be Caris LeVert, as this is what the starting 5 looks like tonight for the Brooklyn Nets. Caris LeVert, Bruce Brown, Taurean Prince, Jeff Green, and Jarrett Allen. Then for the Sixers tonight, they got Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Danny Green, and Shake Milton in place of Seth Curry inside the starting 5 out in this one for tonight. But welcome, guys, back onto the stream, man. Crazy night last night. That was just classic moment here. I don't think I've ever yelled so hard ever on a stream before, man. You can tell the passion, you can tell the dedication, and that was crazy. Yesterday's finish between the Celtics and the Heat from yesterday's game. But welcome on everybody. Roger here. Steve, welcome on board, man. He's excited out for this one. Jack is back. Jose, Ryan, Bradley, the Mod Squad back out on the stream. Timo, welcome in here once again, man. Behind the Arc fan, appreciate bud for stopping them by. Raven, welcome in here once again and watching with no choice. This game going on. A lot of good games as well going on tonight. We'll keep you guys posted. Iowa taking on Maryland right now for college. Same as Indiana, Wisconsin. And also, there's Gonzaga, BYU going on later. So we'll keep you guys posted throughout later tonight as well. And for the NBA, this is the first game tonight. So this is my only stream tonight, but this is the first game tonight that's going to be tipping off. The other games, the Cavs versus Grizzlies. There's only there's only 5 games tonight. Cavs versus Grizzlies, a half an hour after this one, and then Mavs versus Nuggets, Spurs, and Lakers, and T-Wolves, Blazers. All those are late tip-off times at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight. Steve Nash said if KD keeps testing negative, he will play on Sunday. That's a good sign right there for KD towards being on track for Sunday. So he's going to miss tonight's game. He'll miss the next game as well on Friday. And that one's against Memphis. Then they take on the Thunder on Sunday. So, just right now into the pregame with both of these teams before we get ready to tip it off in a little bit. Beautiful day outside for Steve here. Welcome on the channel, man. Must be happy about the Sixers. Sole position, first place right now at 7-1 in the NBA. Also from the kid from the West. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard coming up big yesterday for the Celtics. Oh, man, that was an incredible stream yesterday. That just took it to whole new volumes here as far as that one. Aaron, welcome on board. Jose, welcome on the channel, man. Which other games am I going to do tonight? This is the only one I'm covering. So, this one at 7:30 is the only one tonight. Tomorrow night, I plan on doing NBA once again. That would be the Hornets against the Pelicans. So, that's the national game for tomorrow, is Lonzo versus LaMelo. So, a little bit of brotherly love as we'll have it covered for you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I was looking up something today because I had said back on Monday when I covered Oklahoma State that Oklahoma State has an NCAA tournament ban here. Just want to be clear to anybody who joined that stream for me. It's that I thought they had an NCAA tournament ban for Oklahoma State, which they were banned back in July. The thing with that is that Oklahoma State actually appealed it, which I guess the appeals process is going on, so that means that Oklahoma State can now participate in the tournament since the appeals process is going on right now. So, I didn't know that, and that's so confusing. That's why I kept on looking at like bracketology, things like that throughout like the past couple weeks. And Joe Lunardi from ESPN, he didn't even have him in the bracketology until they reported that Oklahoma State is in the appeals process. So that appeals process is ongoing. So that means as of now, Oklahoma State is in the tournament for 2021 until that appeals process gets finished up, which we don't know when that's going to be. Since they appealed it, they're in the tournament currently. when I screamed so loud at the Peyton Pritchard game winner. Behind the Arc fan laughed so hard to that. Oh yeah, yesterday we were talking about. I think it was quite a bit of people there that had headphones yesterday, and I listened to it myself, and ouch. I can only imagine what you guys suffered through the headphones. Jason put in the comment section that it sounded like a dragon spitting out fire. I listened back to it today at the station through the speakers we have in my office, and man, it was quite the sound effects going on there for the game winner when I shouted a big "oh" with that game winner. What's good, Uncle Pizzle? Welcome on the stream, man. I'm doing pretty well, hanging on in there. He's got me on one screen, the game on the other here. The season's basketball has been great, totally agree. So glad that they're able to put this together, and very thankful that we're able to have a season right now. These games are not canceled or postponed today or yesterday. That was great that the Celtics and the Heat took the court yesterday, and all the teams took the court in yesterday's game. Nothing was canceled. The only game that was canceled yesterday due to the result of what's going on in Washington, D.C., that was a college game between George Washington and UMass. That game was at GW, so that's really understandable because of all the circumstances going down in D.C. right now. Of course, sending my thoughts out to everybody out there in the DMV in that area. It's just hopefully we're able to get it together here and come together as one really soon. What's good, Vegas? Welcome onto the stream here, brother, once again. Sixers going up, best record in the NBA. They've done it, though, pretty easy schedule so far, so they're going to get a tough matchup tonight against Brooklyn. No KD, no Kyrie, but either way, this Nets team is deep itself. They had a big loss a couple games through the season. Spencer Dinwiddie out for the season due to a torn ACL. Tonight, getting the start will be Karis LeVert coming up from the bench, as he's going to get the start out in this one. And Sixers have beat the Wizards twice. Huge win yesterday in that one, 141-136. And Seth Curry coming up big time, 28 points off of 6 triples he made in that one. Joel Embiid had 38 himself. And a great season here as Seth has had. He's averaging around 17 per game, and they definitely needed help with 3-point shooting in the offseason, as that's what they got here with Curry. And he's been great so far this year. Only downside is that we're playing back-to-back. Seth Curry's out tonight, Steve puts out here. Yeah, I was wondering why, so thanks so much for the clarification. Yeah, I looked at the starting lineup before this game, and yeah, he wasn't in the starting lineup. So Shake Milton replacing Curry tonight. So if KD Kyrie don't break a fingernail, they will fall apart along the way as Lakers look frightening. Yeah, it's a marathon of a season, bud. And right now, the Brooklyn Nets, they start out 2-0, and now they're 4-4. And we'll see if they can get it through the entire season with each other. That's the thing so far. Rodgers playing Madden right now, it looks like. When Jaylen Brown was playing for USA under-18 team behind the Arc fan puts out, Billy Donovan was the head coach. When Jaylen Brown asked why he wasn't getting any minutes, Donovan responded, "You won't be in the league in 3 years." Whoa. And look what Jaylen Brown's done with his ascension, just proving the doubters wrong. I was looking at Peyton Pritchard off-season videos about him, and there was a lot of people that after he graduated college, there was a lot of people that was doubting Peyton Pritchard, and look what happened last night. That explains to you, Peyton Pritchard right now in the running for Rookie of the Year already through the first 2.5 weeks of the season. So some really just good things there with an absolute draft steal Celtics got with Peyton Pritchard. Yeah, Brooklyn and Denver, they got much tougher schedule coming up here. They got the Celtics coming up, I think, like late to mid-January. That's on a Wednesday and Friday on ESPN. Vegas got his headphones on right now. I don't expect anything to the capacity of yesterday's game, as that was the craziness there. And of course, since I'm a Celtics fan myself, I always just try to put in as much energy and excitement for those games and just go bonkers when it's like the final play when it comes down to the game-winning shot. Other game-winning shots or so, I'm energized, but I've never been like that like lit up and bonkers before, just out of this world, just covering that game-winning shot there by Peyton Pritchard from yesterday. What's good, Colin? Welcome on the stream. He's watching Maryland right now against Iowa. Maryland was looking good early on in that one. They got themselves up by double digit, hitting threes. And it looks like I just checked the score. Iowa made a big comeback, and now they're up by 12, it looks like. Wow, so 36-24. Iowa getting the handle here with about 2:30 left to go. Asia, welcome on board here. Hope all is going well, man. Warning, if close game with potential buzzer beater in the line, please take out the headphones, behind the arc fan puts out here. Yep, that's a new warning out to you guys. Is first time yesterday we had just insane stream that it was just popping out the speakers left and right in that final call there for the Celtics game. Phil, welcome back here, Arkansas fan. Glad to have you out here on the channel once again. Ethan here once again as well. No problem that you're late, bud. Doing some schoolwork, watching Zach's response for the 2-hype drama. He's got the Sixers winning this one by 14, 118-114. Yep, usually for the game winners we go, oh, he got it, but yesterday brought the extra energy, it looks like. So yeah, should be a good matchup. I think we're going to tip off in like 3 minutes from now or so. Usually national games tip off like 15 minutes past the time that's scheduled or so. Sixers in their last game yesterday, or last night they played, as they won against Washington. They made 18 3-point shots last night. The perimeter's been a plus, but without Seth Curry in this one. Joel Embiid, though, knocked down 3 triples in yesterday's game. They went 18 for 29. That's 62% from the perimeter in yesterday's matchup. And doing well, top 5 in the NBA right now in shooting percentage. Going up against Brooklyn, which has been good against defending the shots, especially from the perimeter, but it's kind of been like back and forth with their defense. They look solid. First 2 games start out 2-0 for Brooklyn, and then they got into a shootout last week against the Atlanta Hawks in that game. But for the Brooklyn Nets, they've only won their last 2 out of 6. Chris the Kid, welcome on board here. No problem, man. Glad to have you out on the stream once again. Ethan, welcome on here once again. Hope all is going well. Tennessee won yesterday. I heard about that, man. It's a tight game. Steve puts out, if Tyrese Maxey hit a game winner for the Sixers, he would go crazy, so it's all good. Tyrese Maxey, when I watched him playing for Kentucky, he has clutch potential there. He made some big-time shots last year at Kentucky. The season opener against Michigan State, that was the one that really got me going there with Tyrese Maxey last year. He looked impressive. He scored 26 in that game, and he hit some big shots to seal that one late. I remember that, because Michigan State came in as the top team last year, #1 in the preseason poll, and Kentucky knocked them down. And then the rivalry game against the Cards last year, he hit the big overtime shot for that one. So he's got a clutch gene in him back in college for Tyrese Maxey. Not yet here, Bradley. I'll let you know if I got one. But thanks so much for checking up here. Ethan here with his prediction, 125-120. Sixers over the Nets out in this one. So yeah, should be a great matchup between these two teams. That is one thing for sure. First game out of the NBA tonight here. The rest of the games will tip off later than this, with the Cavs Grizzlies at 8, Mavs Nuggets at 10, Siemens Spurs Lakers, and T-Wolves Blazers all tipping off at 10 o'clock tonight. If you guys are new to the stream here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll be covering play-by-play today. Stay safe out there, Roger. Sorry to hear that, man. Sending my thoughts out to you. Carmelo and LeBron are looking to own the Atlanta Dream. Wow. So, co-owners, that appears to be, as those are nice throwbacks right there. Brooklyn going in for this one. They got the light blue with the red jerseys. Those are like the 90s type type of jerseys today. So Brooklyn going to have for this one. Philadelphia going to the red uniforms for this game as this one gets tipped off right now. We started off out in this one tonight. It's going to be Brooklyn basketball first. Shake Milton got the start. He takes it past half court. Bounce pass to the right elbow. It's going to be Brooklyn here. I'm confusing the jerseys. Jarrett Allen has it inside and puts it up. Hook. That's good. Yeah, I was going to say. So Ben Simmons now has it for Philly. Jarrett Allen scores. Confusing here. Brooklyn with a blue. So used to seeing them in black. Brooklyn gets the steal by Bruce Brown here as they take it past half court. At the right wing for the Nets. Passes over top of the key. Taurean Prince moves it over left wing into the hands of Jeff Green. Top of the key for Brooklyn now. Once again, as they'll take a deep 2, and Prince hits it right there. So 5-zip the score from the perimeter. That TNT logo is right on that. Thought his foot might have been on the line, but it wasn't though. So first minute through right now, Philly. Second possession, Simmons here at the top. Moves it over right elbow into the hands of Tobias Harris. What's good, Warren? Landon here. Appreciate you guys for stopping them by. Ant here as well. Welcome on board as Philly gonna score right there. That's good for 2 by Tobias Harris. 10:40 left to go. Nets third possession. With the ball at the right elbow. Green moves it over to the top. Karis LeVert dribbles now at the left baseline. LeVert floats it up, fade away. No good off the mark, and rebound here goes to Philly as the Sixers going to take it up the court. Ben Simmons has it left baseline. So he gets the bounce pass once again from Milton. Simmons backs his way. Moves it back out around the perimeter. Harris wide open 3. Takes it. No good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound back to the Nets. Brooklyn now with the basketball. 10 minutes left to go first quarter. Nets have it. Dribbles now. Floats it up. Mid-range jumper. Got it. That's good for 2 right there by Brooklyn. 7-2 the score going down by Bruce Brown for his first 2 of the game. Oh, man. That's not good for Deshaun Watson. I don't blame him for being unhappy there. What happened in the offseason trading away Hopkins? Missed layup by Philly. Rebound Brooklyn. LeVert slides it over to the right wing. They'll take a 3. That is up. That's good. As they knock it down from the perimeter by Jeff Green. Brooklyn out to a hot start in this one, 10-2. 9:30 left to go first quarter. Ben Simmons dribbles now as he's going to float up over the top looking for Embiid. It got denied though by Allen. As he tipped it up, ball gets stolen away by the Nets. Here goes Brooklyn now. Drives inside. LeVert floats it up, no good. Offensive rebound. Allen stripped in the key with the basketball, and Danny Green going to come up with a steal. Sixers take it past half court. Milton dribbles now. He floats it up right baseline. Before that, though, contact and a fall. They're going to say it was a long in that shot. And that's going to be 2 right there. They count it. And Shake Milton will go to the line and shoot 1. So Shake Milton able to get the benefit of the call right there. Going to go to the free throw line and shoot the and 1. And he hits it. So 5-point game. Brooklyn, right baseline jumper. That's good for 2 by LeVert. Karis LeVert starting in this one today as Kyrie is out due to personal reasons. Philly has it back. Danny Green moves it over to Embiid. Double teamed at the left elbow. Pass over right baseline. Milton feeds it inside to Simmons. He backs his way, puts it up. No good. Too strong off the glass. Rebounds. Back to Allen here with 8:35 left to go. Bruce Brown back around the perimeter. Shot fake to the right corner. They'll take a 3. Green off the mark. No good for Brooklyn. Rebound back to Philly. Bracey, welcome to the stream here. Good morning out to you as well. 8:25 left to go. First quarter in this one. Bounce pass and Embiid takes the jumper over Allen. Missed it. No good offense. A rebound. Drives inside. Big block right there by Brooklyn with Jeff Green. And the Nets going to get back the ball here. Prince drives. Puts it up and in off the glass. That's good for 2. Brooklyn by 9 with 8 minutes left to go. Is Oregon moving up in the ranking or down? It looks like they're going to be moving down now. So they were moving up in the last ranking, but they just got their second loss of the season today. They lost against Colorado. 3-point shot. That hit the front rim. Not a good look there for the Sixers. And it gets rebounded back over to Brooklyn. Nets have it. They dribble free throw circle. Floats it up off the back iron. No good. Tipped out of bounds. The last touch by Brooklyn. So it went out of bounds to the baseline. It's going to be Sixers ball. So Philly going to have this one right back here. 7:30 left to go first quarter. Embiid bounce pass. Milton will drive. Dish back out to the right corner. Danny Green wide open three. Missed it off the mark. No good. Rebound back to the Nets. Brooklyn has it here. Moves it over to Prince. Try to save it. Gut it. And puts it into the hands of LeVert there, as that could have very well went out of bounds. Welcome in, Dro. Appreciate it, bud, for stopping them by. I'm doing pretty well today, man. Karis LeVert going to get fouled in the key. Clock will stop with 7:11 left to go. He's going to go to line shoot, too. Personal foul picked up here by the Sixers by Tobias Harris. So Karis LeVert getting more minutes tonight out in this one. Kyrie is not playing tonight in this game due to personal reasons. First free throw good. 15-5. Mahmoud, welcome on board. Second free throw, and no good. Rattled out. Rebound Embiid. Sixers have it. Left baseline. Milton. Pass outside to Embiid. Dribbles now at the free throw circle. Spin move. Floats it up. That's no good. Rattled out. Rebounds. As it was in the hands of Allen. Got tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Ben Simmons at the baseline. It's going to be Brooklyn basketball after the timeout. So good start here by the Nets in this one. Philly having a lot of missed shots so far that just haven't gone their way in this game. 6:56 left to go. Really early in this one here, folks. As we just got into it. 15-5 Brooklyn going on our first timeout. Alright, so right now 15-5 the score currently in this one. Brooklyn just, difference here, just hitting their shots, and Sixers so far haven't really been able to go inside for the Sixers that often, trying to settle for the mid-range game and haven't been able to get it down, either from the perimeter as well, for the Sixers. And Danny Green was the one who took a three-point shot. It ended up being well short, or he took one from the right corner and he missed it as he was wide open. It was Tobias Harris who took one and hit the rim well short on the three. So Harris 0 for 2 from the outside, 1 for 4. Slow start for him so far in shooting. And Danny Green missed his three-point shot wide open at the right corner. And Embiid's missed 2 as well from the floor in this one. So still a lot of time left to go. Per Ian Rappaport, Deshaun Watson unhappy with the Texans organization. I heard about that. Doesn't surprise me with the whole DeAndre Hopkins trade over to Arizona in the offseason. And it's too bad what Bill O'Brien created over there. That this team looked like they would be a playoff contender. And entering the season, then you go into the off season, and then boom, just the whole thing blows up, and you lose one of the top wideouts in the NFL, who goes over and to Arizona, doesn't play for Houston anymore. Derek, welcome on board, man. Appreciate it for stopping them by. Right now on the first time out, if you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams here on Behind the Arc Basketball. I cover NBA games, also college basketball games here as well. As we take a look at it, there's a couple college basketball games going on right now. Iowa was trailing by 10 points early on that first half against Maryland, but able to close out a big run, 44-26, number 5 ranked Iowa up against Maryland. Number 8 ranked Wisconsin leading Indiana 29-24. Indiana 7-4 record, but that record doesn't justify how many tough teams they played so far this season for the Hoosiers. Other games today for college hoops. Number 17 Oregon lost on the road against Colorado 79-72, so Oregon's going to go back in the rankings coming up for this week. SMU up at half against Cincinnati. Cincinnati been disappointing for college hoops this year, only 2-6. In jeopardy of missing their first NCAA tournament in over a decade. And SMU leads at 37-32 at the half. So those are a few of the scores tonight going on. We'll keep you guys posted. And then there's an NBA game tipping off in around 5 minutes from now. Cavs versus Grizzlies. So we'll keep you guys posted with that score. Sure, Bradley. Yeah, I'll take a look at it when I get a chance, bud. So we're going to get right back into action into this one now. It's going to be Nets basketball, as Brooklyn has it. And they're going to pass it over to the right corner. Nobody there. As that's a turnover by Torian Prince, goes out of bounds. So it's going to go right back over to the Sixers now. 6:45 left to go, first quarter. Philadelphia takes the pass half court. Ben Simmons dribbles now. Moves it back out. Left baseline. Embiid backs his way in Allen in the post. Embiid puts it up. Left baseline. No good off the mark. He's 0 for 3 to start out this one. And Jared Allen coming off a great game in his last one 2 nights ago. No good there off the backboard, but Jared Allen able to clean it up with a two-handed flush. 17-15 right now the score. 6:15 left to go in the first quarter. Sixers take the 3 from the perimeter. They hit that one down from the outside. So back to 9. Halfway through the first quarter, Allen has it. Ball gets tipped, able to get it back, and now the ball on the ground. Last touch of the baseline, out of bounds. It's going to be tapped out of bounds from behind by Jared Allen. So it's going to go back to the Sixers. Hey, welcome in, Bill. Glad to have you on the stream here. He's on Iowa tonight, Northern Arizona, and UCLA. Needs a good night here. Hopefully so, man. Iowa looking good right now. Didn't look good early, but able to turn it up late stages of that first half. And yeah, I think UCLA is going to win tonight against Arizona State, so that one should be good. Arizona State hasn't played in a while. 5:45 left to go. Philly has it. Harris moves it back out to the top of the key. They pass over right corner, catch and shoot 3. Danny Green off the mark, no good. And rebound back to Brooklyn. 5:30 left to go first quarter here. Low score so far. As this one, Brooklyn floats it up. That's up, and that's good. Karis LeVert gets fouled, count the bucket, and he's going to go to the free throw line, shoot 1. Preston, welcome on the stream, bud. Michigan, yeah, they whipped Minnesota yesterday in college. And Vegas had Michigan winning that, and you were definitely correct, man. They completely whipped them apart. Yep, Cincinnati, SMU up against Cincinnati right now at halftime by 5. Thanks so much for the update there, bud. Free throw is good at the line. 20-8 Brooklyn. Sixers just haven't been able to get anything going as far as their offense in this game so far. Turnaround jumper, Ben Simmons able to get that one. That's good for 2. So Simmons in the key, good for 2 with 5:10 left to go. Garrett, welcome on the stream, bud. Really appreciate it, man, for stopping them by. I never ask for anybody to donate, but you guys are, if anybody's interested, it's up here for a reason. Thanks so much, brother, for the generosity. Really appreciate it, my man. 3-point shot, Brooklyn. They take it. They hit it from the top of the key. Actually, his foot was on the line, so that's good for a 2 there. Philly right back takes a 3, and they knock it down. 22-13. 4:40 left to go. Brooklyn has it. Dribbles now right elbow. Moves it back over to the left wing, and that ball going to get tipped, stolen away. Tobias Harris going to jam it down with a right-handed flush right there in transition. So Philly, running right back now, a 7-point game with 4:20 left to go. Right baseline Brooklyn as they dribble. LeVert with the basketball takes a deep 2 jumper. That's an air ball, no good. Rebound Philly. Simmons now in transition. He's going to set it up. Back outside to Harris. Guarded by LeVert here at the top. As he will pass it over left corner. Danny Green dribbles. He'll take a deep 2 contested there. There's a foul, though. So the clock will stop now with under 4 minutes left to go. Do I agree with Northern Arizona over Idaho State? I'll take a look at that and see. I was shocked, man, yesterday about Seton Hall. They were just no-show in that game. I don't follow much Big Sky there, but I would definitely give the advantage over to the home team there. So, yeah, Northern Arizona, they're also the favorite. So, yeah, I give the advantage over to the home team. 3:50 left to go here. Philadelphia gonna get the steal as well off the Brooklyn dribble in the key. Philly will set it up. Embiid back over to Simmons. Has it now at the right elbow. He dribbles inside, pro hop, moves it back outside. 3 ball in the air. Philly, no good off the mark by Harris, and rebound back to Brooklyn. 3.5 left to go. Brooklyn takes it past half court. Nets dribble now. Drives to the bucket, puts it up. That's good for 2 off the glass by LeVert. Lakers or Clippers? Taking Lakers right there, man. 24-15 the score. Jumper. Harris hits it. That one's good at the left elbow. Back to a 7-point game with 3:10 left to go. Texas Rio Grande Valley, they're up against St. Mary's, Texas. 44-28 at the half, looks like, for college hoops. Approaching 3 minutes left to go, and the ref's going to blow a foul here. It's around the perimeter. It's going to be on the nets as the clock will stop with 3:05. What's good, Makeel? Welcome to the stream, bud. Sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully things will get better for you, bud. Send my thoughts out to you. Timeout taken on the floor here with 3:05 left to go in the first quarter. So we'll take a timeout right now. If you guys are new to the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover basketball games here, NBA college games, and Behind Arc Basketball, everybody. So yeah, Nets going in. Those nice throwbacks that they got for the season for Brooklyn. Those are, yeah, the 90s look right there. Light blue and the big red font that they have. They're tie-dye too. So they got light blue and white tie-dye. Those are interesting type of jerseys there. Big letters and big numbers. It's like the cartoon, like cartoon stuff, like all the lettering. I remember growing up with that back in like the 90s and early 2000s, what they had. Like everything was just like, a lot of logos were more like they could have fit towards like a cartoon. But that's actually their city, or yeah, that's their classic edition uniform for this season here for Brooklyn. So yeah, that's their classic jersey. They also got the city jersey they have as well, which is way smaller font there. They get the black one as the city jersey with a very small BKLN Nets font. Sacred Heart up against Merrimack. I think that's Merrimack's first game they played this year. A lot of the teams are so, like, some of the mid-majors, like, they're playing their first games, like, they've already played, like, this week or so to start off the year. I know Patriot League, I think Merrimack from the NEC played their first game this week. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, that's a close game against LIU right now. Brandy, welcome to the channel here. Brandy likes the Lakers. SB Gaming, welcome on board. Glad to have you on the stream. You're an absolute legend, man. You guys are all the MVPs here for stopping them by. So right now we're just on the timeout, folks, out in this one. Philadelphia was trailing by double digits here. They've climbed back, only down by 7. Brooklyn without Kyrie and KD, though, leading so far. Big reason why, just hitting their shots in this one. 56% so far from the floor. Karis LeVert leading the way with 8, as he got the start in place of Kyrie today, out for this game due to personal reasons. For the Sixers, without Seth Curry today, they struggled shooting, especially from the perimeter. Only 2 for 10 from the outside so far. And yeah, Danny Green's 1 for 3 from the outside, and Tobias Harris missed all 3 3-point shots. So we're going to get right back into this 7-point game. Still really early on in this one. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball. Philly takes it past half court. Into the hands here. Simmons drives inside. Lost control of the ball, though. The ball's going to get stealed here by Joe Harris. Nets have it back. They move it out to the left corner. They'll dribble around with Shamet. Shamet turns the corner, tries to drive inside, but the refs will blow a whistle, and that's going to be a personal foul set up by DeAndre Jordan of Brooklyn. It's going to go right back over to Philly. Game started Jacksonville State, Eastern Kentucky, it looks like. Thanks so much for getting some of the stuff in here, Preston, as far as some of these game updates. Brandy's seen these basketballs made into a purse, nothing but net. So we get right back into this with an inbound by Philly. Shamet picks up a quick foul, as this is his first minute on the court for Brooklyn. So they'll try this again. Just this game today, Dro. Yeah, it's usually for the NBA. It's just the earlier game or so, because they put the other ones on late. I'm already in bed By the time like the late game goes on, like usually around like mid pack late game, because that's for like the Pacific area. So I'm actually from Massachusetts, out on the East Coast here, so it's already past 8 o'clock where I am right now. 3-point shot. Brooklyn no good at the top of the key. Rebound back over to Philly. Hey, thanks so much, Vegas. That should be a good one. That game just randomly popped up on the schedule, I think yesterday, because Gonzaga was supposed to play against another WCC opponent, and then they had to go on a pause now, and BYU stepped in. So Gonzaga and BYU are actually going to play each other, I believe, 3 times instead of 2 in conference play. Brooklyn tries to drive, missed it, hit the bottom part of the rim. They get the offensive rebound, right corner 3, off the mark by Shamet. Harris had it in his hands, and the ball going to get tapped out of bounds from the corner by Philadelphia. So, got tapped out of bounds from behind. It was by Matisse Thybulle trying to guard Joe Harris. Joe Harris passes it now into the hands of Jordan. Jordan hands it off to Joe Harris, drives inside, shot fake, puts it up in the key. No good, tipped up. DeAndre Jordan, offensive rebound, couldn't put it back, off the mark. And the ball gets rebounded by the Sixers. 5-point game, minute 35 left to go. Sixers have it into the hands of Maxey, as he gets playing time for the first time today. He drives inside, missed it off the mark though. Too strong off the backboard. Lexi, what's good on the stream here? Glad to have you on board once again. Hope all is going well. Minute 15 left to go. Joe Harris, jumper. No good, left baseline, and both of these teams cold now from the floor as of late. Philadelphia gets it. Maxey with the ball. Pick is set by Dwight Howard. Moves it over to Shake Milton. He drives, floats it up, gets it for 2 at the left elbow by Shake. So this is now a 3-point game. 24-21 to score. Vegas going to take Gonzaga there. Tight game, 88-85. I think the line's set at 17 for that one. I'd take Gonzaga actually by more in that game, because Gonzaga by far has looked just so good. So they are steamrolling past everybody. Brooklyn, floater, right baseline, goes down for 2. 42 seconds left to go. Philadelphia drives inside. That ball is going to get stealed. Shamet, one man to beat. He'll take it into the lane and puts it up and in. That's good. So they extended to 7 here. Victor, welcome to the stream, man. Just this game today. That game is late on my time, so only this game today. Philadelphia 3-point shot, knocks it down. Scoring is picked up as of late here after a couple minutes of just cold shooting from the floor. Brooklyn has it. Final 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Nets with the basketball. Moves it over left corner. Catch and shoot 3. Lawaru Cabarro off the mark. No good. Rebound back to Philly in the final 8 seconds. As Philly will drive inside. Shake Milton goes on the dribble drive, and that's going to be a personal foul picked up by Brooklyn. Clock will stop with 6.1 as the foul gets assessed here to Shamet. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey, Steve puts out as a beautiful floater. Something to note there. Very good to see. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. But yeah, I take Gonzaga there, and I take them by double digits, probably like 20 or more in that game today against BYU. The thing with BYU is BYU, I think they're coming in with only 2 losses this year for BYU. They lost against USC. They got crushed against USC, though, and they lost against Boise State, who is low-key pretty good this year for college, like a sleeper for Boise State. Both of the free throws good at the line by Philly. 2-point game here, 5 seconds left to go before the end of the first quarter. Karis LeVert floats it up free throw circle, and it's no good. He did not release that one well at all for LeVert. He was just way off the mark right there, as it happened to be an air ball at the horn. So, end of one in this one. Brooklyn, they were up by double digits. Now it's only a 2-point game, as Philly able to come back in this game here. So we're going to move on to the second quarter after the timeout. Yeah, I'd be shocked if Gonzaga BYU is really close in this first game today. The thing with BYU is that they're gonna have to score. Last year they could light it up from 3. They were the best team from 3-point range last year, and I think they're only shooting around 33% from 3-point range for this year for BYU. Yeah, they do have size with Matt Harms at the 5 for BYU. So big key for him is if he can stay out of foul trouble there, because he's 7'3" for Matt Harms. That's going to be the best shot though for any type of team in the conference for the rest of the schedule for Gonzaga this season. For a team to try to take down Gonzaga, if it's possible, BYU would have the best shot out of all of them for this year. And I think BYU is going to take them on 3 times now. I'm going to double check that. So we just ended the first here, moving on to the second quarter out in this one. Wisconsin up against Indiana right now in the first half for college. I'm going to take Wisconsin out in that one too. Indiana's played a really tough schedule though. They're much better than what their record indicates. Can USC beat Arizona? That's a good question there. I think that can go either way. USC is on the road. Arizona's a favorite. If you're going for an upset, I think USC has the chance to pull off an upset. Honestly, Arizona 9-1. Yeah, the only loss for USC in conference play, that was against Colorado, and Colorado able to beat Oregon today. I think USC could possibly pull off an upset there. So I would take a flyer on that one to put USC down to see if they could pull off the upset. As of late, it seems like these games that I think that's going to be like upsets. Like yesterday, I had Seton Hall against Creighton. I still think Creighton's really vulnerable to going down like very soon. They've been playing a ton of close games, but that game yesterday was a blowout. Kid X3, welcome to the stream here, bud. Yeah, we got a Discord link as well as my Twitter and also the Behind the Arc basketball merchandise. All 3 of those links posted in the description of this video. So we're going to start off now second quarter. If you guys are new, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play of basketball games here, NBA games, also college hoops on Behind the Arc basketball. Yeah, if anybody's interested, I'll post in the merchandise site into the chat as well. We got a lot of cool stuff out there. Short sleeve, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, iPhone cases, pillow stickers. So feel free to check that out if anybody's interested. Back over for the second quarter in this one. Sixers have the basketball first. Shake Milton dribbles around the perimeter, hands it off to Maxey. Maxey turns the corner, drives inside, floats it up, and that's good. Tyrese Maxey right there for 2. Tied game up at 28. So Philly able to crawl back after a big deficit down in this game to start. They were down as much by 12 in the early stages here, first quarter. Brooklyn has it top of the key. Joe Harris shoots the 3. Off the mark, no good. Dwight Howard coming up with the rebounds. Philadelphia has it. Dwight Howard on the court along with Maxey, Milton, Thibault, and as well as Dakota Mathias right now. That's the 5 in the court for the Sixers as Philadelphia going to go inside. That's good for 2. So on a big run here for Philly. Down by 12 and able to take a 2-point lead right now. Philadelphia also going to get the steal here this time. Howard has it top of the free throw circle. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey shoots the 3. No good off the mark. Rebounds back to Brooklyn. Shamet gets the rebound on the court here for the Nets. Shamet, Jordan, Chris Chiozza, number 4. He is out there as well. Jumper no good by Brooklyn. Rebound back over to Philly. And also Lawaru Cabarro out there along with Joe Harris, the 5 in the court here for Brooklyn. Philly drives. That's good inside for 2 by Shake Milton. They just keep on extending right now, able to attack the basket into the lane. And a couple key layups here as of late, and also that floater by Maxey on the last one before Milton shot. Left corner 3, it gets blocked. Brooklyn able to get the basketball back though, and it's going to be a foul here at the left baseline, picked up by Dwight Howard. First personal of the game assessed to him as the clock will stop with 10:24. Nets get the inbound. Jordan hands it off to Harris. He sets the pick to open up the 3, and that gives him some space to knock it down. 1-point game. Over 60 people out here right now. Welcome all on the stream here, folks. Glad to have you guys on board. If you're new, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Philly, lob over the top. Shake Milton. Puts it over there. Climbs the ladder for it. That is Dwight Howard, who throws down the alley-oop jam for 2. 3-point Sixers lead here with under 10 left to go. Big slam. Big slam there by Dwight. Nets basketball. Harris moves it back over to the right wing. Lawaru Cabro passes now over to Chiozza, who moves it out to Harris once again. Joe Harris takes it. He hits it. And that's going to be a 3-point shot right there from the perimeter. Tie game up at 34. Philadelphia basketball. Maxey getting some time here in the early stages, second quarter. Milton going to drive, bounce pass over to Dwight Howard, missed the slam, dunk off the mark, rebound Brooklyn. Brooklyn now in transition behind the defense. Joe Harris going to lay it up and in for 2. So lead change here by the Nets. That should have been a Philadelphia lead by 2, 36-34. Instead, it's Brooklyn with Dwight Howard just clearly missed the slam dunk. Philadelphia takes the 3. Left corner jumper. Off the mark, no good by Thibault. Rebound back to the Nets. Doug, welcome on the stream, bud. I'm doing pretty well, man. Feel free, hit me up in the chat who you guys got if you're new on the stream here. If you're going out for the Sixers, going out for Brooklyn. I cover NBA games, also college games here in Behind the Arc Basketball. Joe Harris for 2 as he drives inside, able to get the layup. This game picking up scoring as of late here. Howard with the basketball. Sets the pick at the right elbow. As Matthias passes over to Howard, who's going to move it over to Milton now around the perimeter. Shake Milton drives, attacks the lane, missed it, gets blocked inside by Jordan. Nets now with the basketball with 8:30 left to go. They have it at the top here. Hand off to DeAndre Jordan, back over to Lawaru Cabro, bounce pass to Jordan, cuts into the lane, and that's going to get tapped out of bounds by Philly from behind. The clock will stop here with around 8:20 left remaining in the second quarter. Maryland tied with Iowa. Wow. Oh, Preston puts out. Let's see if it. Oh no, yeah, it's not tied with Iowa. It's not tied. It didn't update on your end. It's actually 58-36. So yeah, Iowa's really controlling that game right there. So probably where you have the scoreboard for some reason it didn't update. I get that a couple of times when I have like ESPN loaded up as a tab. Sometimes it reverts back to like an old score for like a couple of seconds and then it goes back to its usual. But the actual score that one, number 5 ranked Iowa leading Maryland 58-36 in college now. First free throw here as Brooklyn got fouled in the post. That one is up and that one's good. At the line, Joe Harris. 39-34 to score. Over 70 people watching this. Really appreciate it all for stopping by. Shake Milton looking good for the Sixers. 11 points in 13 minutes for him so far. 4 for 7 from the floor. Attacking the lane in this one for Shake. And for the Brooklyn Nets here, leading scorer tonight happens to be 10 points off the bench by Joe Harris. Philadelphia inside. That's going to be good for 2 with a jam. It's 38-36. Doug here, hoping that Illini can beat Northwestern tonight. I think they can, man. 7:55 left to go. Brooklyn has it right baseline. They move it back out on top. This ball gets stolen away by Philly here. One man a beat. They'll float it up. No good by Thibault off the mark. He missed it. Rebound back to Brooklyn here. Nets with the basketball. Harris dribbles free throw circle. Moves it back outside. Lawaru Cabro, 3-point shot off the mark. Back over to Philly. Sixers now have it. 7.5 left to go. Tobias Harris, jumper. Ties it up at 38. Good game right now. Philly was down by 12 early on in this first quarter. Didn't look like anything was going as far as their offense here in that rhythm, but able to start get cooking as of late. Joe Harris moves it back over to the top. Chiozza drives inside as he is double teamed, and that's going to lead to another personal foul picked up here in the court. Favorite NBA player, by the way, is Kemba Walker. I loved watching him at UConn. I'm a Celtics fan, by the way, from Massachusetts, but I cover NBA and also college games. Kuz, welcome on the stream. Who will be champion, in my opinion. I think the Lakers have a great chance to repeat once again. My preseason prediction was Lakers-Bucks in the finals. Even though I'm a Celtics fan, I got those two right now in the finals. I think the Bucks going to be a tough out because Jrue Holiday was a nice get right there for third scoring option behind Middleton and Giannis there for Milwaukee. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome on the stream, bud. First free throw at the line. That was good by Brooklyn. They break the tie. They're up 39-38. So Brooklyn going in the throwback jerseys from the 90s tonight. The light blue tie-dyes with a white. You got big red letters on those. Back with the 90s letterings into the early 2000s. Best rookie so far. I think it's either between Peyton Pritchard or James Wiseman. Peyton Pritchard he was phenomenal yesterday. I know he only scored 6 points, but he did it when the team needed it the most right there with a follow-up for the game winner. Second free throw good at the line. The only thing is, will that be sustainable? He's been a big draft steal so far, and he's getting minutes. He's earned his way with I think he's averaging around 23, 24, 25 minutes around that mark this year. 40-38 to score. Philly missed a shot, no good. Brooklyn has it as they drive inside. Chioza off the mark, no good. Rebound back over to Philly. Sixers take it past half court. Embiid back into the game, and that's going to be a foul picked up here as the clock will stop. It's going to be assessed to Brooklyn as they were guarding Joel Embiid. Clock will stop with 6:37. Jason, welcome to the stream, buddy. Still can't hear from yesterday. Oh, man, what a stream yesterday. Man, we were blowing out speakers there with that final call yesterday with Peyton Pritchard's game winner. Kasich has LaMelo up there, but not ahead of him. I agree. I think LaMelo is just going to keep on getting more playing time throughout the course of this year. Suns, yeah, they had a great start to this season for Phoenix. They got multiple weapons on that team that can show up in different nights there. If you guys are new on the stream right now, 40-38 to score. Brooklyn by 2. Spike the thumbs up. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe here on Behind Eric Basketball. Also, check out the Discord. I got my Twitter. Also, Behind Eric Basketball merchandise. As I got all three of those links posted in the description of this video to the Discord server, the Twitter that I have at the SportsDish14, and also the Behind Eric Basketball merchandise with a channel logo on it. I'm gonna post that in the chat if anybody's interested in some merch out there. We got some pretty cool stuff, some pretty fire sweatshirts, short sleeve shirts. We also got long sleeve shirts and phone cases, pillows, stickers, a lot of cool things over there on the merchandise site. Just post that link in the chat. Yeah, thank goodness Vaughn didn't have headphones while I yelled last night for the final call there. Man, I've never been that loud before calling a game. That was an insane finish. Absolutely crazy finish. And yeah, I know Vegas had headphones, and hopefully the recovery period went pretty well here for the people who had headphones. I felt bad for the first time Heat fan that had headphones on yesterday for the stream, because that was quite the reaction that I had to the game winner. Scoreboard update here for the NBA tonight. Cavs versus Grizzlies. That game just tipped off. Cleveland up 13-11. The score in that one. In this game right now, leading scorer goes out to the bench here. Joe Harris with 10 points for the Brooklyn Nets. He has made 2 3-point shots so far. And then 8 points by Karis LeVert. Had a great start in this game. He has played 9 minutes so far. In place in the starting 5 for Kyrie out today due to personal reasons. For the Sixers, they found themselves trailing by 12 early on in the first half of that first quarter, but Shake Milton able to get his team right back into it. 11 points by Shake. He's gone to the free throw line twice in this game. Perfect 3 for 3 at the charity stripe. 4 for 7 from the floor. 14 minutes by Shake Milton. And then Tyrese Maxey. Nice floater he had that he got to start off the second quarter. He's got 7 points for the rookie out of Kentucky. And then 8 points by Tobias Harris so far. Joel Embiid with only 3. And once Embiid gets going on, this could be Philly's way possibly tonight here if Embiid can get cooking. But the Nets doing a great job guarding Embiid in the post, especially Jared Allen. He's got himself 8 rebounds so far for Allen in this game. Yeah, warning headphone users, be advised to turn down the volume in a close game right there. That's going to be a new thing that we'll send out for everybody. Because if it's a close game where there's like a game winner or so, I'm going to go absolute bonkers for the game winner. Probably not as much bonkers as if I was to call a Celtics game for like any other type of team, because I'm a Celtics fan, by the way, but I cover an entire NBA and college basketball as well. But, man... yeah, if it's a close game, especially if it's a Celtics game that they have the basketball on the final possession, less than 10 seconds left to go, make sure to turn down that volume for a crazy finish if they hit the game winner like they did yesterday. At the free throw line, shooting 2, Philadelphia makes some boat there by Embiid at the line. This game's tied up at 40. 6.5 left to go here, second quarter. Brooklyn now with the basketball. Nets have it into the hands of LeVert. He's guarded by Ben Simmons at the right wing. Now he meets Embiid, swings it over to the free throw circle. Joe Harris. He dribbles now at the right baseline, moves it back out left corner. Catch and shoot 3. Bruce Brown takes it, and he knocks it down. He also got fouled at the left corner, so give him the and one as well as Bruce Brown hits it. Personal foul picked up by Danny Green. He came far to the left baseline, to the corner to defend that. And just Danny Green came in late and picked up the foul as Bruce Brown made the 3. D. Wade, what's good here, bud? Welcome back on the stream here, brother. My man D. Wade out on the channel. You've been here all the way through the playoffs, man. If you're interested in a mod, brother, feel free to let me know. I can hit you up on one. You've been here for quite a while, man. So just let me know if you like a blue wrench. 6 minutes left to go. 3-point game as Brown missed the free throw. Philly takes the 3 straight away. That's off the mark. No good. Rebound back to Brooklyn. LeVert has the basketball. Joe Harris pass over left corner. Brown going to take another 3. Same spot. This time missed it. They tap it back outside and another offensive rebounds. LeVert over to Allen. Shot fake back over to LeVert here left corner. LeVert dribbles on Harris. And he dribbles right back around the perimeter. Takes the 3. LeVert, no good, rattled out. Rebound goes back to Philly. Ben Simmons has it. Dribbles past half court. As he drives inside, floats it up with the right hand. Shy, though. No good, but he gets the steal right back. Simmons moves it outside. Philadelphia with it. Pass over to the top of the key to Harris here. 5:20 left to go. Harris bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid at the right elbow. Spin move. Right baseline jumper. He takes it. Off the mark, though, good. Guarded by Jeff Green. Rebound back to the Nets. Brooklyn basketball approaching 5 left to go. Second quarter. Nets move it over left baseline, and Jeff Green's going to get fouled here as the clock will stop with 5:06. What's the best song of the 2000s, Roger puts out? Oh, I liked the throwback Eminem stuff out in the 2000s. The real Slim Shady. That was some of the good stuff back in the 2000s. Trying to remember like what were like some of the top songs or so. I remember Umbrella by Rihanna. Like that song constantly played back in the 2000s. First free throw, that one's good. 2000s was the decade of the auto-tune. That was when T-Pain really came out in the 2000s. Yep, that was the call for the ages from last night. Oh man, what a game. Second free throw here by the Nets, and that's good as well at the line by Brooklyn. So 5-point game. Do you think BYU can upset Gonzaga? I'm going to say no to that one. I just think Gonzaga is just way too good. 5 minutes left to go here before half. Tobias Harris dribbles, floats it up at the free throw circle. No good off the mark. Rebound back to Brooklyn. Nets basketball with under 5 left to go. Pro hop. LeVert puts it up and in. That's good for 2. 7-point Nets lead now. Sixers now with the ball right back. They take it past half court. And that's going to be a timeout taken here. Doc Rivers will take a timeout now as the clock stops with 4:38 left to go. 7-point game. Philadelphia also in the bonus as well. Yeah, for sure, D-Wade. Definitely deserve it, man, for everything that you've done here on these streams. So there you go. Welcome out to the mod squad here. New mod we got from my man D-Wade out here. As he has been here all the way through the playoffs. All the way back in August he found my channel. So as we give him a big warm welcome out on the mod squad here. So right now we're just on a timeout once again. 47-40. I should do an award show Roger puts out on my channel. Be quite the awards I give out for you guys. Merrimack up against Sacred Heart. They made a comeback there. Thanks so much for the update, Preston. I think that's the first game Merrimack's played this year for college hoops. College hoops going down as far as the NBA. One other game's currently as well. Grizzlies lead the Cavs 21-15 to score. And then for college basketball now, number 5 ranked Iowa running away with it against Maryland 69-44. Number 8 Wisconsin up against Indiana. Tight game though, 44-41 the score in that game. And then as far as other college games going on, UNLV with a 1-4 record up against Colorado State, who knocked down San Diego State back on Saturday with a huge come from behind victory. UNLV leads at 26-25 over Colorado State. Yeah, it's crazy how time just flies by here. Big Ben's almost been on this channel for a year. I know Bradley's 1-year anniversary just came by like a month ago. So, man, time just flies by here. I cannot believe it out. We've almost been streaming for 2 years, guys. Yep, I remember when Roger found my channel for when I covered a Seton Hall game against Louisville on Black Friday. Bradley puts out, if I did an award show, he would get best mod there. All you guys are the real MVPs out on the stream here. Congrats to my man D Wade. Glad to have you on these streams, brother, as he gets put on the mod squad tonight for being a part here of these streams all the way back from when I covered the playoffs back in August. If you guys are new on the channel here, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Very glad to have each and every single one of you on board here. If you guys are new, let me know in the chat who you got out in this game. If you're going Sixers, if you're going Nets, let me know down in the chat below. Yeah, we're on the road to 10K. That's one thing indeed, man. Blazers and T-Wolves going down. Which one I got tonight out in that one? I'm going to take Portland out in that one for tonight. Yeah, we just keep on growing. It's incredible. Glad to have you on these streams, Preston. Really appreciate it, man, that you found my channel. So 47-40 the score. 4:38 left to go. Tomorrow's stream's going to be... It's going to be the national game on ESPN, so it's going to be LaMelo versus Lonzo. So we're going to be covering T-Wolves against Pelicans tomorrow, which those two teams I don't really cover as much, so that's pretty cool that I get to cover them since they're on national TV tomorrow. 47-40. Oh, 1 second here. Yeah, 47-40 the score. I thought it was Philly in the bonus. Okay, it's Brooklyn in the bonus here, as I correct. So it's Brooklyn in the bonus, as I correct. I swear TNT had it to the left box earlier, that they had it under Philly, but it's Brooklyn. How do I think KD will hold up all season long? I feel like this might just blow up some portion of the season with KD and Kyrie, because this year is just a marathon of a season. I feel like there's gonna be just more things thrown at them where they're gonna have to like overcome adversity this year, like somehow. First free throw, and Brooklyn hits it at the line. That's good by Torian Prince. 48-40 to score. What's good, Russell? Welcome on the stream here, bud. Second free throw, that one's good. 9-point Nets lead now with 4.5 left to go. Sixers ball. Philly going to take it past half court. Ben Simmons slows it down. Moves it out to Harris at the left wing. Harris guarded by Prince, able to get around him now. Harris floats it up in the key. That's good for 2. 49-42 right now. Big Ben going to be ready to ball out on Sunday night. Things are looking promising with your matchup, with what the Browns are going through right now. Pro hop in the key there. Brooklyn floats it up, and Karis LeVert scores as he gets fouled as well from behind, as Karis LeVert will go to the free throw line, shoot 1. Oh, yeah, for sure, Warren. Time just flies by. It's crazy. I've been covering games here for, like, almost 2 years. It's going to be my 2-year anniversary, I think, in, like a week and a half or so. It's crazy how time has just flown right by. Yeah, Russell surprised here. No KD, no Kyrie tonight, and they have led the majority of this game tonight here. They got up by 12, and once again, they're up by 10 points here. 52-42, 3:50 left to go. Shake Milton pass inside to Embiid, and Embiid with a hard-fought bucket counts it for 2 and a foul. As DeAndre Jordan picks up the personal in the post, and that's going to be the and one here by Joel Embiid at the line. Murray State, Eastern Illinois tipping down right now as well. As that game just started. I would take Murray State in that one today. One free throw coming up at the line. Joel Embiid. For Vaughn here today, he ate food with a mask on. Not sure how that's possible. But interesting there, bud. Only way I feel like you can do that is just by cutting a slit right through the middle. That free throw is good. 52-45 to score. Brooklyn going to take this one past half court. LeVert with the basketball. Karis LeVert. Been a scoring machine once again tonight. Passes over left corner. Into the hands of Prince. Takes the 3 off the mark. No good. And the rebound back over to Philly with 3.5 left to go. Philly has it at the top with Embiid. Embiid's spin move. Bounce pass inside. Simmons able to get around one defender. Shot fake. Puts it up underneath. And that's going to be a push-off underneath by Ben Simmons, the refs say. So Ben Simmons underneath the bucket. Guarded by DeAndre Jordan. Pushes off. So he bumps him underneath, and they call Ben Simmons for the personal here. Clock will stop with 3:21. Didn't look like much contact. Yeah, it didn't look like much contact, though. It's going to go back to the Nets. For sure, man, time definitely flies by fast. Graduation for Vegas in 5 months. Jack here, yep, he's a Pelicans fan. Can't wait for tomorrow. Brooklyn has it, free throw circle. Allen gives it off for Joe Harris. He takes it, and that one's good. 54-45 now, under 3 minutes left to go. But does Minnesota have a chance against Portland? I think that game's going to be close tonight. But for my prediction, I'll take Portland out of that one. But yeah, I think they have a chance. Leaning towards Portland in that one for me, though. Brooklyn turns over the basketball, gets stolen away by Philly. Ben Simmons pass up the court. Joe Harris intercepts it. Goes full court pass ahead of the pack, and that is Karis LeVert, who throws it down with a two-handed slam. Brooklyn extends it now, up by 11. LeVert looking good. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Philadelphia bounce pass inside, and that's going to get knocked out of bounds here. It's going to be by Brooklyn. Clock will stop with 2:26. And that game finally started. BYU against Gonzaga. We'll keep you guys updated with that one tonight. Inbound here for Philly. 2:26 left to go before half. Ben Simmons looking to pass it off. He does into the hands of Harris. Hands it back over to Simmons. Turns the corner, drives inside. And Ben Simmons gets fouled. The personal foul assessed to number 8, Jeff Green, for the Nets. So Ben Simmons coming up with a charity stripe, shooting 2 for Philly. 50 people watching now. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. If you like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams here on Behind the Arc Basketball. I cover NBA, also college basketball games here on the stream. First free throw, that one's good. At the line by Ben Simmons, 10-point game. Second free throw coming up here by Simmons, as he has had a rather quiet night so far. 1 for 6 from the floor. It's been a struggle tonight by Simmons here with only 4 points as he hits that free throw. 9-point game, Brooklyn basketball. 2:15 left to go before half. LeVert moves it over to Joe Harris. Back over to Karis LeVert. Drives, floats it up. Has the mid-range jumper no good. LeVert looking for the fall as he goes down. Couldn't get one. Rebound Philly. Harris moves it out to the top. Embiid hands it off to Shake Milton. Guarded by Prince at the top of the key. Moves it over to Embiid here at the right elbow. Embiid lost control of the basketball. Brooklyn comes up with a steal with under 2 minutes left to go. They get numbers on a 3-on-2. Pass over to the right corner. Nets take a 3 transition. They hit it right there. The right corner triple. Brooklyn by 12, and they also get the steal. Brooklyn jacks up a quick 3 off the mark by LeVert. No good. If he had made that, this game could have got out of control rather fast. Rebound Philly, though. Simmons drives into the lane. Big thunderous jam right there as he splits defenders. Nobody able to guard Ben Simmons right there as he split the double team and throws down a big-time slam. Minute 20 left to go now. Second quarter. Karis LeVert drives inside, missed it. Off the mark, we do have a foul, though. So the clock will stop with 1:15. Mr. Breezy, welcome on the stream here, bud. He is hyped. Northwestern Illinois tonight for that game. I'm taking Illinois out in that one to get the W right now. I should make a TikTok Ryan puts out. My 2-year anniversary coming up very soon. I'm probably going to be streaming that night for like an actual game here. That's great, Preston. He found the answer key to his homework. Always great when you find that answer key right there to his homework. First free throw good at the line by Brooklyn. 60-49 to score. These protests are about the election that they're going on right now. So, yeah, it's the whole world just... The U.S. right now, sadly, is just... The whole world is taking notice, and it's been on the front headlines all over the place because of it. Hopefully, we can all start coming together as one. As Brooklyn going to get the steal in transition, they lay it up and in. That's good for 2. Wow, you got 146K over there on TikTok, man. That's crazy. 50 seconds left to go here before halftime. Brooklyn going to have it's going to be Philly here with the basketball off the Brooklyn dunk. Ben Simmons drives inside. Jared Allen with a big block right there on Simmons. Here they go once again with the Nets. 3-on-2. Dish out to the right wing. Harris in transition takes the 3, and he knocks it down. 65-49 to score. 35 seconds left to go. And Brooklyn here. Defense leading to offense. Couple big triples. In transition, Philly floats it up. No good. Hit the front rim. A rebound, Jared Allen. And the Nets without KD and Kyrie. Wow. They are looking really good tonight against the 7-1 Philadelphia 76ers team. 15 seconds left to go. Brooklyn has it. 5-second differential shot clock and game clock. LeVert dribbles. Drives inside. LeVert puts it up. No good. Hit the rim short. Looking for the fall. Couldn't get it. Rebound Philly. Pass ahead of the pack. Harris tries to go in for the layup. He gets fouled from behind. Jeff Green picks up the personal foul for Brooklyn. Tobias Harris going to shoot 2 here. Coming up 4 seconds left to go before halftime. And Philadelphia in the bonus. 65-49. D-Wade puts out here, wants to thank me for the huge pay raise and the courtside tickets for Celtics game he sent. Oh, man, too funny there. Classic call from yesterday's game. If you get the volume turned up, hopefully you don't get it turned up too much, because your ear's going to be bloodshot after that one from yesterday. Crazy finish of that game. I don't think we've ever, like, over-modulated before, like my audio levels have gone clipping before until yesterday. First free throw, good at the line by Harris. Second one by Tobias Harris, that one's good. Brooklyn going to get the inbound. One last chance here for more points before the horn, and Karis LeVert can't get it off. So 65-51 as we head into halftime in this one. 14-point Brooklyn lead here, everybody. And I'm glad to have you guys on board, being a part here tonight on the stream. And now we're at halftime, so we'll take a little bit of time here away from the game, and we'll be back for the second half in a little bit. Oh man, it was a legendary moment on the channel that we had yesterday. If any of you guys missed it, feel free to check it out. Legendary moment on the channel. Roger's cousins look like they live in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, man. That's not too far away from me, dude. Pawtucket. I used to go there like a couple times a week when I played in like a recreational sports league for a club over there at Pawtucket. That's interesting, bud. Yeah, I agree, Warren. Really nice in Rhode Island. Especially if you live in like the East Bay, like those places are nice out there in Rhode Island. Barrington, Bristol. I go down there quite a bit. There's a lot of good corn mazes down there. I haven't gone to Newport in a while. I want to go back to Newport sometime, like within like this year or so, once everything gets back to usual. Yeah, I'm gonna check it now, Bradley. Let's see here. Alright, so right now we're just on this timeout currently. Oh yeah, Peyton Pritchard, what a play. One of my coworkers at work, he took the Celtics and for the Celtics to cover yesterday, and he lost unfortunately because the Celtics blew that 17-point lead. But just man, Peyton Pritchard really earning his time. It's interesting how Brad Stevens, Danny Ainge, they drafted Aaron Nesmith at 14, drafted Peyton Pritchard at 26, and that Peyton Pritchard, he has earned it this year. And Nesmith, I was just in my draft video, the concern for me about Nesmith when I recorded the draft video for my mock draft before the draft, that was he only played 13 games last year at Vanderbilt. That was the thing for Aaron Nesmith, was that he played 13 games last year, and he played, I think, 12 of those games against mid-majors. And he only played, I think it was Auburn, that was it, the only power conference team that he played against last year when he played at Vanderbilt for Aaron Nesmith. And during that small sample size, 13 games, he shot the ball like over 53% from the perimeter. But you look at the teams that he faced there, and there was a lot of really just bottom of the pack teams as far as mid-majors that he faced too. Like not strong mid-majors at all. So that's the thing, I just wasn't sold on him. And he was, according to like a lot of scouts, like a 3-and-D type of guy. I preferred Saddiq Bey, which, looking at it right now, Saddiq Bey is doing his thing too. I think he's out to a great start of the year here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a check to Saddiq Bey for the Pistons and just see what he has done this year, because going into the offseason, if you guys were on the channel, you probably remember me talking about Saddiq Bey, where I wanted him on the team. I prefer him over Nesmith right now, and that's how it's panned out to be, because I liked what he was doing from 3 over at Villanova. And he made great strides from his sophomore year to his freshman year. Or, freshman to sophomore season. Yeah, Saddiq Bey's averaging over 8 per game as well. He had, I think it was a big game. Let's see, I'm going to check his game log and see. Yep, Gonzaga, number 1. They got the toughest team in their conference right behind them with BYU. Same as Vegas here. Yeah, he had 20 last night against the Bucks. He had 17 against the Celtics. So, yeah, Saddiq Bey, he had 20 and 10. He had his first double-double of the season last night. He hit down 6 3-point shots against Milwaukee. So, yeah, that's impressive. 20 points in 24 minutes there with a double-double. Really impressive. And he made 7 3-point shots in that entire series against the Celtics, too, in the first 2 games. Oh, yeah, man. Game for the ages yesterday. Imagine if the Celtics won the NBA Finals on a full-court buzzer beater. I think the mic would shatter. Oh, yeah. I'd probably have to go out and purchase just new equipment and everything. I think everything would just break down as far as it would be like a big earthquake if that happened. I actually didn't call the game. It was 2 years ago, though. I think I was out at the time. The game winner by Kawhi in Game 7. Where it just bounced on the rim multiple times. But I remember, I think I was in somebody's stream. I think it was the Sports Fury. And, man, they just went absolutely bonkers to Kawhi's game-winning shot in that one. Like the whole audio just went, just, like the same thing with me yesterday. The whole thing just overmodulated. It went, like, completely red. Like, how I talked to you guys through this, through the audio stuff here. The audio level, what it's supposed to be, is supposed to be at green all the time. Like, into the green and the yellow. I had dropped my mic volume lower, too, so it's only at, like, it's at minus 1.8 decibels, where I have it right now. I dropped my mic volume lower on my stream settings, and even though it came through, and it was just fully red, like, completely red when it came through. So right now we're at halftime between these teams. Screama, favorite moment here to Screama 2021. Hopefully more to come. Yeah, really hope so. Brad Stevens, I feel like, definitely needs to give him minutes to prove himself. He did that yesterday with Carson Edwards, and I thought he was going to cost him the game, because he had Edwards out there late third into early fourth quarter, and that's where the Heat started to get on a run. and we're up by quite a bit. Preston lives out in North Carolina. Never been to the Northeast, but he would like to go. I've never been out to North Carolina myself here, but it's good stuff here up in the Northeast. I live out in the country, so it's really quiet where I am. I'm not too far away from Rhode Island, where it's busier in the city towards Providence, but I'm from Massachusetts. I'm like 50 minutes south of Boston and 20 minutes to the east of Providence, where I am, and a lot of stuff out in my area. It's like a lot of farms and trees, but towards the north though, it's all like industrialized, like towards like Boston Metro. It's a lot of city over there, and it's got some nice areas in our state. Like towards the ocean, we got a lot of great places, and then like up north, like up in New England, we got beautiful scenery up in the White Mountains in New Hampshire. We have Lake Regis in New Hampshire is absolutely beautiful, and also when you get up into Maine too, they've got some great coastal beaches, a lot of good things on the coast, and great stuff on the coast too out in Cape Cod. Tourist industry booming down there like every summer. winner of Yelt of the Year goes to me there. Yeah, definitely, Warren. There's so many great beaches out there. This year must have been crazy as far as like the beaches being packed, because I remember they had to like limit capacity at like, I think it was down south at like Narragansett and Rhode Island. They kept on like reaching capacity. Yeah, I made some people deaf. Yep. Let's see here. I'm looking at some of the players that are like free agents right now for some of these players that's gotten waived. It's a lot of like young players that's rookies that's playing overseas. Hmm. Definitely. He's not sure if that's updated. Yeah, a lot of players. A lot of them are young though. That they have like a ton of rookies that's free agents that got signed to play like international. And puts out, he gets more and more deaf every time he watches it, but it's too funny. He just keeps on watching it. Preston was supposed to go to Boston in May, but we canceled. I hear you, man. I was supposed to go on a trip in April, towards like Pennsylvania, but we canceled out on that trip. Yeah, the travel thing's like crazy where I am. Like, I'm from Massachusetts. We can't even like travel into Rhode Island to do like things there. Only like essential things, I think, like grocery shopping and just picking up stuff at the store. Because we have like travel restrictions all over the place. It gets even tougher because I heard in Vermont they have like county restrictions, and basically like every single county is like got like a restriction. Because this thing's just going to be so bad that like the restrictions are just insane. 25-7. Wow, Gonzaga on a just huge start right there. So I said that I definitely take Gonzaga. I think they were like 17-point favorites. Make it 30-7. I just wasn't sold by BYU. This is a crusher for BYU. They do get to play Gonzaga, I think, 3 times instead of 2. So they're gonna have 2 more chances to see if they can do anything. And possibly a 4th if they meet each other in the WCC tournament as well. So, yeah, BYU substituted today as Gonzaga was on short notice. They were supposed to play another conference matchup, and then due to positive cases, that game got postponed. So they switched up their opponent. It was supposed to be Santa Clara. So Santa Clara was supposed to play Gonzaga today. Instead, it was BYU switched in to play them, which smart move by Gonzaga, because they want. I feel like for Gonzaga, you would want like the best competition possible to prepare you for the tournament. So it's actually a smart move too by BYU on their part as well, because it gives BYU three chances here to see if they can pull off an upset of Gonzaga, possibly a fourth if they get to play each other in the WCC tournament, which very well could be a possibility there. But man, what a blowout! Wow, 30-7 is the score. D Wade says his man Dwayne Wade right there should come out of retirement and get signed as a bench player, right there. Razorbacks roll. Welcome to the stream here, Preston. Putting out here, UNLV. That's a shocker right there. UNLV 1-4 up against Colorado State, who won against San Diego State in 35-34. Is halftime, though. So still 20 minutes left to go, but 1 point UNLV lead. In Maryland, they keep on going back and forth with restrictions. Bars open, bars closed. Hard to keep up. Yeah, I totally agree. It's hard to, like, keep in track with what rules go on or so throughout our lives. I work in radio for my full-time job, and we cover it's a news talk station. I work doing like all the commercials for the production, and we constantly stay up with the updates and everything. But if I wasn't like in communications and didn't keep up with the news and stuff like that, and had to do like the research every day at work, then things get like more confusing if you're not like somebody who's in that field that's like trying to live like a normal life and wondering like what's going on and things like that like every day. That your work doesn't involve like working in the media. Razorbacks roll predicts here. Philly by 7, 108-101. Jack went to Old Orchard Beach out in Maine in June. Jumped in the water like 50 degrees. Yeah, if you go like early on in the season, because the ice out, I think the ice out at Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire, that doesn't happen till like mid-April. But up towards the northern coast, like Hampton Beach in New Hampshire, up through Maine, that coastline gets really cold, like around June. It's really cold there, like 50, 55 on the coast. And then things start heating up, like the best beach temperature, I think it's like around August, where finally the water up there, like northern New England, starts to heat up like much better. Yeah, that's what Ryan puts out, the beach cold, yeah, until it starts heating up like in August. Belmont gets the W over Southeast Missouri State 77-66. No shocker there. I think Belmont's going to win their conference for the Ohio Valley. So scoreboard update here for college hoops going on right now. So we're currently at halftime. We got a couple of games going on. Number 8 Wisconsin leading Indiana. It's only a 1-point game though with 2 minutes left to go. 57-56 the score in a very tight game. And then SMU losing against Cincinnati. If you're SMU, you're looking for an NCAA tournament bid, and that's going to be an embarrassing loss here with 33 seconds left to go. If SMU can't pull this back, Cincinnati leads by 5, 72-67, and SMU now in danger of missing the tournament if they do drop that game against Cincinnati with a 2-6 record. And number 5 Iowa has beaten Maryland 89-67. So I remember one of the ESPN analysts right before the game started today for Iowa versus Maryland, he was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to just put money on the line for Maryland and just see what happens. And Maryland looked good early on. Looked like his bet was going on great, but then Iowa able to make a big comeback and win by 22 out in that game. And of course right now Gonzaga, number 1 in the nation, taking on BYU. Gonzaga leads at 30-10, and they just made it to the halfway point. 30-10 with 9:50 left to go in the first half. Just past the halfway point, and they are on their way to possibly 60 at halftime. Wow. Dribble Jive Ant puts it up, Peyton Pritchard, yep, with my intense scream arise, but it becomes early quiet as I have just became deaf. Oh man, what a game yesterday. We are back here for the third quarter. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Welcome on board here as we start off this second half of basketball action. Philadelphia has it first, shot fake. Shake Milton going to go into his shooting motion as he gets fouled, and Bruce Brown going to pick up the personal here as the clock will stop with 11:47. What a game. Yeah, Maryland got a great home court. This year, no fans, so they're going to have to generate the energy themselves. Some behind the arc basketball audio clips and on social media. We're going to go to a quick timeout. Looks like 65-51. Snake Durant, Goat, welcome on into the stream here. As we're now into the third quarter in this one we just started. Long Island U just defeated St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 78-75. That's out in the Northeast Conference. The Bryant Bulldogs from Smithfield, Rhode Island, not too far away from me. I think they're only like half an hour away from me. And Bryant looking really good. They got the #1 offense this year in all college basketball. They scored 93 today. And one of their key players here, Peter Kish, dropped down a triple-double against Central Connecticut State. He had 12 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. Watch out for this team in the tournament. I feel like Bryant's probably going to get like a 16 seed or so, but whoever they get for a 1 seed, I think it's going to be Villanova. If they get Villanova for a 1 seed, I don't think Bryant can win, but I think they can push Villanova really hard in that game and put up some points there. There's a total difference between an NEC and a Big East school, though. That's the only thing. But I remember back in 2010, Villanova had some tough time with Robert Morris and won in overtime. But I just think that Bryant, if they do get that seeding line against Villanova, I think they can push them. They're not gonna be able to win, but I feel like they can push them in that one. So Vegas here, gonna post that clip. TikTok best moment of 2021. Too funny, man. Do you like the Backstreet Boys? Yeah, I used to listen to them. Official behind the arc basketball TikTok going on right now. It looks like 65-51 in this one. We just started out first 13 seconds. Hey, what's good? It's Austin. Welcome on to the stream here, bud. Murray State in 24-20. They're up against Eastern Illinois right now on that one. And by the way, Indiana has taken the lead against Wisconsin, 61-59, and Demetric Trice just tied it up with 22 seconds, 61-61. So that game is tied up. Who wins, Kentucky or Florida, and by how much? I'm going to go for Kentucky in that game. I'm going to take a lot of points out for that one. Florida's defense really struggled guarding Alabama, especially second half there. And Kentucky's been able to find their shooting. Whether it's Davion Mintz, Dante Allen, and now Olivier Sarr. If they put this together, Kentucky's going to have to go like 15-3 or better to make it into the tournament and start running the table in the SEC. But I'm going to take Kentucky in that one. I'm going to go high scoring game. I'll go 82-76 Kentucky. So we are back into action here right after the timeout. Philadelphia shoots 2 at the line, both of them good. 12-point game, 65-53. Yeah, hopefully not, Vaughn. Hopefully we get back to our normal lives here. Definitely want fans in the stands there. At the top of the key, jumper, Brooklyn takes it, and they make it. That's good for 2. Going down by Jeff Green. .14 Brooklyn lead, 11:15 left to go in the third. Danny Green passing the key to Simmons. Simmons moves it over right corner. Shake Milton takes the 3, knocks it down. Triple right there from the outside. 67-56. 11 minutes now left to go in the third. Brooklyn basketball as they'll take it with Levert. Levert dribbles into the key, floats it up over to Allen. Jared Allen into the post, puts it up and in. That's good for 2 off the backboard. 13-point lead now by Brooklyn, as Philly will take it up the court right now. Who do I think is going to win the SEC title? Good question, man. I'm going to take Tennessee right now. I'm still going to take Tennessee. I think Alabama is going to give them a great chance, though. Alabama keeps on getting better and better, and they're a sleeper right now. If they can keep that up, they've totally changed it. They're getting to the rim, and if they keep on winning, Alabama's going to be a tough out, and not only a tough out for the SEC, but I think in the tournament too. 69-58 as Philadelphia scores for 2. We got 10-14 now left to go in the third. By the way, Wisconsin, Indiana tied up, 16 seconds left to go, and that game is tied up now at 61. So that game could very well go into overtime. I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, same with me, Warren. Really want to go back to sports games again. We can't go out to like games in our area, like Providence Friars games. You can't go to because that's where they're storing like all the COVID supplies actually at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. So the games for Providence right now are at Alumni Hall, the actual practice facility for PC. Floater in the key, that one's good for 2 by Philadelphia. 11-point game. 71-60 now the score. 9:35 left to go in the third. Brooklyn has the ball. Prince moves it out left corner. Catch and shoot 3. Brooklyn off the mark by Jeff Green. Tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Brooklyn at the baseline. It's going to go back to Philly here with 9.5 left to go. If you guys are new on the stream here, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play of basketball here on Behind Arc Basketball. Philadelphia has it. Harris at the top. Moves it inside over to Simmons. Backs his way on Allen. Underneath, moves it back out to the left wing. Takes the 3, and Tobias Harris knocks it down. Single digits here. 71-63. Snake Durango puts, I honestly look like a basketball player to him. He puts out here. My sport that I actually played growing up was baseball. That I played all the way through high school. 71-63. Brooklyn missed a floater. Rebound Philly. They'll take a 3-point shot, but they get called for the offensive foul here, so it's going to go back over to Brooklyn. Yeah, really hope so, Fawn. I really hope so here. I was looking at the statistics to like the percentage of the population for the states for how many's been vaccinated, and my state out in Mass, I think it's only like 1 point, or I think it's only like 2 point. I think it's like around like just under 2% that's got vaccinated. Whereas like other states, smaller states, Vermont and New Hampshire, it's almost got around like 3% or so. I think Vermont's got like one of the highest rates right now, but they've got the smallest population besides Wyoming. Right wing 3, Brooklyn, they take it, they make it. 74-63 the score, 8:20 left to go. 3-point shot, Philly. Matching 3 as Danny Green hits that one. We got ourselves a ball game going on right now here, folks, with 8:10 left to go from. Preston's brother plays basketball at Campbell University. That's great, man. Good luck this season to your brother, by the way. No good on the jumper by Brooklyn. Rebound back to Philly here with 8 minutes even. Philly has it at the right elbow. Simmons looking to pass it. Moves it back over to the top to Harris. Floats it over to... tried to float it over to Simmons, but the ball too tall, and it goes out of bounds. So turnover by Philly. That's a shocker, man. Thanks so much for the update. SMU losing against Cincinnati. That's a bad loss for SMU. So they go back-to-back losses. They were competitive first half against Houston, then just could not compete in the second half to stay with Houston, and that's just a bad loss they took to a 2-6 Cincinnati team entering that game today. 3-point shot, no good by Brooklyn. Dribble behind the back, drives inside by Ben Simmons, and the ref's going to blow the whistle here, as it's going to be on, I believe this is going to be on Philadelphia here as the clock will stop with 7:25. So Indiana now up in overtime against Wisconsin. Wow. That game has gone into overtime. Got some good games tonight. So yeah, offensive foul by Philly. Ball goes back over to Brooklyn. So Vegas just clipped that screen yesterday to TikTok. There you go, man. We'll see how much it cooks out right there for the views. It's gonna be plugging in the views hopefully with my reaction there. What a reaction. Classic stream. Brooklyn gets fouled. They're going to go to the line, shoot 2. First free throw, got it. Jeff Green knocked it down. Game started. That's going to be a good one tonight. Hopefully. USC against Arizona for college hoops. Second free throw coming down here. And that one's good as well by Brooklyn. So Jeff Green, perfect 2 for 2 that trip. Back to a 10-point game. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Sixers basketball. Philadelphia dribbles right baseline. Simmons puts it in. That's good. Up and in off the backboard. 7:10 now left to go in the third. Nets have it. Oh, LeVert. Nice step back 3. Takes it off the mark. No good, though. He just completely just able to get some space right there off a Philly defender. Pass inside. Philly, not a good one. Tip deflected. Stolen away by Brooklyn in the key. Here goes the Nets. Brown looking to pass it out. He does. Allen hands it off to Bruce Brown, top of the key. Dribbles towards the right wing perimeter. Brown guarded by Milton, moves it out to the right corner. LeVert has it, 6:40 left to go. Bounce pass inside over to Allen. He gets fouled, and the clock will stop here with 6:42. 8 on the shot clock in Brooklyn. Once again, I think they're going to be going to the charity stripe. Merrimack over Sacred Heart, 97-90. Man, that's a high-scoring game with, like, no defense right there. Welcome on the stream here, Ant. Appreciate Bud for stopping by. Yeah, Oregon with a bad loss today at Colorado. I think Colorado is more of a team that's probably going to sneak their way into the tournament now if they keep on playing like that. And then, yeah, Wisconsin right now in a tight game against Indiana in overtime. Indiana's better than their record indicates. Wisconsin's a great team. Indiana's much better than what that record indicates. First free throw, no good at the line by Jared Allen. Second one, that one's good. 77-68 to score. Vaughn wants to go to women's golf tournaments to date some girls he has cut out. That's on his mind here when things go back to normal. Oh, yeah, man. Can't wait for things to go back to normal here until we get fans in the stands once again. Floater, no good by Harris in the key. Rebound, Brooklyn. Nets now have it, 6:20 left to go. They hand it off to Joe Harris. He dribbles, makes his move inside, puts it high off the backboard, no good. Ball at the baseline, able to get it back, relentless. Joe Harris for 2, and that one looked like Philly should have got it, couldn't control the ball, and Joe Harris scored off the glass. 11-point lead once again here for the Nets. That game's over on Fox Sports 1, so by the way, tie game. Indiana-Wisconsin, the score there 64-64. Philly puts it inside. That's good for 2, up and in. 9-point game with under 6 minutes left to go. At the top of the key, Jeff Green here for Brooklyn. Moves over to Jared Allen. Hands it off now into the hands of Harris. Jumper takes it. Free throw circle off the mark. Rebound Ben Simmons for Philly. Sixers now have it with under 6 minutes left to go. Leading scorer tonight for the Sixers, that'll be Tobias Harris with 17. Shake Milton with 16. Joel Embiid's only got himself 10 in this game. Missing 5 shots, only making 3. So they have it into the post, and the clock will stop now with 5:31. It's going to be an offensive foul picked up here by the Sixers, by Joel Embiid as he backed his way. Yeah, elbow right there as he powered his way and elbowed Jeff Green of Brooklyn down to the ground. So 9-point Brooklyn lead. Nets going to get the basketball. Harris shovels it out to Lawaru Cabarro. He lines it up, knocks it down. 82-70 now. Brooklyn been up by like single digits, then up by double digits. That's been the point range throughout this one, around like 9 to 12 or so throughout the second half. Left baseline dribble, Shake Milton dribbles underneath the hoop, circles around, dribbles a lot here. Left baseline guarded by Lawaru Cabarro. Puts it back outside. It's now they'll dribble full speed ahead right there, and Ben Simmons lost control. It goes out of bounds. So 4:50 left to go out in this one here. Yeah, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid just haven't had a strong game today at all. And Brooklyn lines up the 3. That's good. Knocks it down. 85-70. Lawaru Cabarro getting hot as a late back-to-back triples for him. And he's got himself 6 points off the bench now. Joe Harris, 17 off the bench. Brooklyn looking good in this game. Without Kyrie, KD, this team is deep. Karis LeVert leading the way with 20 as we go on a timeout with 4:47 left to go. Alright, we'll update you guys with the scores in just a moment. What's good, Carlos? Welcome onto the stream here, bud. Yeah, Maryland got torched by Iowa. Maryland, by the way, if you guys didn't know, I was watching that game, and Maryland, they were leading by double-digit points. And the Iowa just made a huge comeback, and they just crushed them. Second half, won by 22. Do I watch baseball? I watch a little bit of baseball, but not as much as I used to. I used to play baseball as my main sport growing up when I was younger, but the game has completely changed from when I played like back in the 2000s to like all the way through 2014 when I was in high school. Baseball just has totally changed these past 7 years. Like they make pitching changes like almost every inning. Like you never saw that back in the 2000s, early 2010s. It was, the pitchers were tough. They used to just go out there, throw 100+ pitches, and now you're lucky that a pitcher throws 20, then they have to substitute out. Edwin, welcome on the stream, bud. Yeah, Kyrie and KD are out, and they're just torching Philly right now, with players off the bench, too, out in this one. Yeah, Sixers played an easy schedule so far. They played 2 against Charlotte, 2 against Washington. They played 1 against the Raptors, the Knicks, and the Magic. They only lost to the Cavs. So their schedule heats up here. They got Denver coming up. They get the Celtics twice as well. And both of those games are national. I plan on covering on later in January. I think it's around the 20s in January when Philly takes on the Celtics. Back to back as well. It's Wednesday and Friday they got. So Wisconsin, that's a tight game going on. Wow, what a comeback by BYU, man. We'll update you guys for college basketball scores right now. Let's see here. Gonzaga leading BYU. Wow, defensive adjustments really being made here by BYU. 39-26 after Gonzaga had a lead of 30-7 to start off the game. Illinois up against Northwestern 12-6. Stanford looking good, 7-0 over Washington. Washington, one of the worst teams besides Kansas State in the Power Conference for college basketball this year as a Power Conference team. Arizona USC, tight game. I expect that one to be a tight game. 7-6 Arizona right from the start. And then overtime, Indiana leading Wisconsin. 27 seconds left to go. Fall just picked up by Brad Davison of Wisconsin. And Indiana here leading 68-67. So we'll keep you guys posted on that game specifically. Oh yeah, for sure, Edwin. Peyton Pritchard to go. Such a great get out of the draft. Glad they got him, and he has been a draft steal, proving everything right now. Yep, D-Wade puts out Jim Palmer. Used to pitch all 9 innings every single game. That's what I'm talking about, the toughness of Major League Baseball players all the way back in the day. 80s, 90s, 2000s. The America's pastime of Major League Baseball to now where you have to use a pitch clock to get these players to throw the ball in time. It's just ridiculous, like how long the game is extended now. As Brooklyn going to get the steal on the key. They're going to drive inside, floats it up, good for 2 in the foul. Torian Prince gets it. He's going to go to the free throw line and shoot one as well. 87-70. LNG TV, welcome onto the stream here. I heard about that. But that's unfortunate, man, that Killian Hayes got hurt. Hopefully he'll be able to be back on the court soon, man. One game going on in the NBA right now. Cavs up against Cavs just got a jumper. They're down by 2 against the Grizzlies. Memphis leads at 59-57. Brooklyn gets the free throw. That one's good. At the line by Prince. 4:18 left to go in the third. Philly with the basketball. And whistling a foul picked up here by Lawaru Cabarro. It's going to be blocking foul from behind here as he was working. Oh, it was a non-blocking foul. It's going to be Philly inbound. Right baseline jumper, fadeaway. That one's over the rim. No good by Philly. Rebound back to Brooklyn. Approaching 4 minutes left to go. No, I've never played fantasy golf before. Yeah, Carson Edwards just struggling with his confidence. Yeah, I think he's probably going to be part of trade packages because he's just never progressed. It's too bad. I loved watching him playing at Purdue. He was a great player in college. Just hasn't been able to transfer it over to the NBA. I feel like the spotlight just too big for him. Shake Milton drives inside, puts it up, and that's good for 2 off the glass. 88-72 right now, 3:40 left to go. Great games all over the place. What a good score there. 69 even. Thank you guys so much for the update. And that one in Indiana taking on Wisconsin in overtime in college basketball. Less than 30 seconds remaining there. Brooklyn pass ahead, but it goes out of bounds to the left corner. It's going to go back over to Philly with 3:27 left to go. If you guys are new on the stream here, 50 plus people watching, hit the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball. I'm behind Arc basketball, NBA games, college basketball games here as well. Hit me up in the chat who you guys got if you're liking Brooklyn, if you're liking Philly. Brooklyn by 15, Sixers now with the basketball. As they take the jumper, right elbow jumper, no good by Maxey. Defensive rebound goes to Brooklyn. Shamit puts the ball into the hands of Joe Harris. Burst of speed. Moves it out right corner. Lowaru Cabarro. Corner three. Takes it. Rattled out. No good. Offensive rebound. Jared Allen going to put it up and he gets fouled. Heading back to the free throw line. Shooting two. For the Brooklyn Nets, it's going to be Jared Allen as Dwight Howard picks up the personal. Yep. Jack puts out they don't make pitchers like Babe Ruth anymore. Used to do everything. Those are the good old days. America's pastime for sure. 88-72 the score. 3:08 left to go. Inbound coming up by Cabarro here. A 16-point game. Yeah, a little bit of jostling back and forth before the inbound even begun. Pushing and shoving there. The ref's going to have to separate that between Dwight Howard and Jared Allen. So, inbound coming up now. 3:08 left to go in the third. And it's going to be Brooklyn basketball here. So, yeah, so it's going to be Nets basketball coming up. Dwight Howard just got assessed with a technical foul. Pushing off on Jared Allen there. Howard guarding Allen. Bounce pass over to the left baseline for Brooklyn. Approaching 3 left to go. Pro hop. Power move inside. And that's going to be a foul as 2 free throws will come up here by LeVert at the line. Vaughn wants to play fantasy women's golf. I know you do. Let's see what we go. Wisconsin. Wow. Tie game there. Incredible game going on for college. Wisconsin, Indiana. With 1 second remaining. 69 even. Man. So it looks like they could very well go into a double overtime in that game. First free throw here. Karis LeVert, no good. Missed it off the back iron. Second free throw at the line. Off the mark, no good. Hit the front rim. Fight for the rebound and offensive board goes to Lowaru Cabarro. They're going to set it up once again here for the Nets. Under 3 left to go. Brooklyn basketball. They dribble towards the left wing. Burst the speed. Drive inside. Stop and pop jumper. LeVert no good. Off the mark. Rebound Philly. Sixers now have it with 2:45 left to go. Philadelphia dribbles. Gets some space. Takes the jumper. Knocks it down for 2 by Dakota Mathias. 14-point game now. I'll have to check that out when I have a chance. Yeah, definitely, man. 3-point shot. Brooklyn takes it. They hit it. Joe Harris. Looking good in this game. Getting some playing time today by Joe Harris. And he's got himself 20 points in 19 minutes. 4 for 7 from the perimeter. Stepping up in a big way with no Kyrie, no KD tonight. Philadelphia in trouble now. Trailing by 18. Largest deficit. Tyrese Maxey takes a deep 2. That's up. Got it. He's got a good jumper for the former Kentucky Wildcat Tyrese Maxey. He's got a great career ahead of him. Good to see him getting some minutes today for Maxey as he has played tonight. Off the bench, 14 minutes, scoring 9 points. Minute 55 left to go here before the end of the third. Brooklyn basketball moves it out to the top. Shot fake Cabarro. Moves it back over to the right wing. Karis LeVert drives inside. Puts it up. No good. Offensive rebound. Jared Allen had it, but we got contact and the fall on the key. Clock will stop with a minute 44 left to go. So back to the free throw line once again. It's going to be Karis LeVert shooting 2 for the Brooklyn Nets, and that's going to be 7 for Philly. So that means Brooklyn in a bonus as well. LeVert tonight, 4 for 9 at the charity stripe. They're only 65% today at the free throw line. Yep, best is Big Ten Conference, best conference Ant puts out. Big 12 has got some really good teams too. But I agree with you, top to bottom, the Big Ten They've got so many talented teams there. The Big 12 has got more like talented teams at the top, and then it's more divided in the Big 12. You have just really great, outstanding teams at the top there. Baylor, Texas, Kansas, West Virginia, then Texas Tech. Texas Tech a little bit overrated right now, just not been playing that great. And then you got teams in the middle, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. TCU is kind of towards like the middle bottom. And then you got the two bad teams with K-State and Iowa State. 92-76 the score. My streaming Kentucky, Florida. Not sure just yet about my schedule for Saturday. Upcoming schedule for tomorrow's game is going to be NBA for tomorrow. Hornets against the Pelicans. So I know tomorrow's schedule. Still trying to find out about Saturday though. Saturday I might do a special live stream at night. If so, that would be the Buccaneers against Washington football team for the NFL if I do a special live stream. So thinking about doing a special live stream at night there if I'm around on Saturday night. 92-76 the score, approaching 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. This game been all Brooklyn tonight, leading over 95% of it basically. Philadelphia with the basketball. They take a three from the perimeter. That's off the mark. No good by Isaiah Joe, the former Arkansas Razorback, as he gets his first minutes out of the game today. Brooklyn basketball. They try to go drive inside. Lost control of it. Shame it. Lost the ball. You see, turned it over. 3-point shot, Philly. Off the mark. Offensive rebound. Dwight Howard puts it back. It's fouled as well. Lawaru Cabarro. As the clock will stop with 1:03. So Lawaru Cabarro picks up the foul, and he was not happy about that. He shoves the basketball right back to Dwight Howard as it just hit his bottom right there. And it's gonna result in a technical foul by Lawaru Cabarro, and Philadelphia shoots one at the line. That free throw is good there by Dakota Mathias. So that was after the play was over. No, not needed for that. If you're a young player trying to prove yourself in the league here, like Timothy Lawaru Cabarro, not needed for that, especially when you're going up against a superstar here back in the 2000s and 2010s. Might not be himself right now, but he was incredible when he played for the Magic. And dude, you have no business right there. Timothy Lawaru Cabarro, a bench player, chucking the ball right at Dwight Howard after Dwight Howard scored up and off the backboard. Philadelphia at the line. Howard's free throw. That one's good. This game getting closer here. 92-80. 50 seconds left to go. Brooklyn has it here at the top of the key. DeAndre Jordan, guarded by Dwight Howard, hands it off to Joe Harris as he has it, and that ball going to get deflected out of bounds. The last touch by Philly. Clock will stop with 1.9 in the shot clock. Yeah, Penn State, Nebraska. Only bad teams in the Big Ten. Also, yeah, Purdue has been interesting, same as Maryland. I don't think both of those teams can get to the tournament. That's the thing. But I feel like they're going to be bubble. And I feel like somebody else is going to get eliminated from that conference right now that's in the conversation. Probably either... I'm leaning towards Northwestern. I'm not buying Northwestern right now. They started out great from 3. But I think that's going to all just drop down lately. Philadelphia transition. That's going to be good for a bucket right there for 2. 92-82. 16 seconds left to go in the third. Shamet dribbles. He gets stripped of the basketball. It's going to go right back over to Philly here. Pass into the lane. Dwight Howard drives inside. Big jam. That's good for 2. Lawaru Cabarro cannot believe that he got beat by Dwight Howard. And guess what? This is a ball game. 92-84 now the score. 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Joe Harris floats it up. Got it. That's good for 2 at the right elbow there by Brooklyn. Joe Harris having himself a game with .2 remaining. And Philly inbounds. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. So Joe Harris, great game. 22 points off the bench. Leading scorer tonight for the Nets. 9 for 16 from the floor. 22 points, 22 minutes. 4 for 7 from the perimeter. Wisconsin looking good. Double overtime session. Taking it in control against Indiana. Indiana's played a lot of close games this season. They're much better than their record indicates. Same as Miami for college basketball, for the Miami Hurricanes. They're 0-4 in the conference for the ACC, but their record's much better than what it indicates. I think they've lost the last 3 games, I believe, by 5 combined points. That's insane. 94-84 to score. We got an NBA game going on as well. Another one with the Grizzlies leading the Cavs. 2:40 left to go in the third quarter. Memphis up 64-61. As for college basketball, right now we're on a timeout here. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell if you like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams. I cover NBA games, also college basketball games here as well on Behind Your Basketball. Who do I think will win the Big Ten? It's going to go in Michigan or Iowa. I think it's going to be Michigan versus Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship game. I'm going to take Michigan until somebody starts to take them down right now. I've been really impressed by Michigan, and their defense looked legit last night for Michigan. So I'm going to take Michigan right now until otherwise further notice. Alright, so we're going to just be on a stoppage in time here for just a moment. We're going to get back here for you guys. I'm going to go to like a short break. We'll just get back here in just a moment here, folks. 94-84. We're right now just on a timeout. Alright, so we're still on a timeout here, folks. 94-84 right now. Man, Gonzaga whipping it against BYU. Wow, 52-29 at halftime. They lead that game in college hoops. What's good, Lance? Welcome on the stream once again, man. And Wisconsin, yeah, looking like they're controlling the second OT. 79-73, leading against Indiana. 38 seconds left to go in that game, in that one. And then, as far as, yeah, BYU just getting crushed tonight against Gonzaga. Gonzaga's got 3 games against BYU because Gonzaga was supposed to play against Santa Clara, and then that game got postponed due to COVID-19, so BYU stepped in its place instead of Santa Clara and is playing that game against Gonzaga tonight. So instead of 2 games in conference play regular season, it's going to be 3 between those 2 teams. So heading over to the fourth quarter as we are back into it here, folks. If you're just joining us into this game here, great game off the bench today for Brooklyn by Joe Harris. 22 points in 22 total minutes so far tonight by Joe Harris. 20 points by Karis LeVert as he got the start for Kyrie. And then for the Sixers in this one tonight, leading scorer, 18 points by Shake Milton, 17 by Tobias Harris. But Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, they've been shut down without KD and Kyrie for Brooklyn. Joel Embiid only has 10 points tonight, and Ben Simmons 10 points as well. Both of them shooting the ball combined here, 7 for 20 from the floor. So we are back into it right now. Brooklyn with the basketball as they go inside. That's good for 2. 96-84. 11 and a half left to go, starting off the fourth quarter. Jumper, no good off the mark by Philly. Rebound back over to Brooklyn. Esteban, welcome on to the stream here, bud. Glad to have you on once again. That game has gone final, by the way. Thanks so much for the update there, Ryan. And Wisconsin wins in double overtime over Indiana, 80-73. 3-point shot off the mark by Brooklyn. They get the offensive rebound. Drives inside, no good there. Shamet missed the layup. Rebound back over to Philly. Sixers basketball now. At the right wing perimeter. Dribbles to the free throw circle. Tyrese Maxey moves it over around the perimeter. Matthias out to Dwight Howard. Hands it off now at the top of the key over to Thibault. Thibault passes to Maxey. Spin move jumper. Takes it. And he makes it. Nice looking shot right there by the Kentucky Wildcat. Tyrese Maxey, the rookie in the NBA for his first season here. Jumper straight away. Just keeps on pouring at Joe Harris. Hits it. 25 tonight by Joe Harris, and Brooklyn with a 99 spot on the board. Philadelphia with the basketball, 10:20 left to go. Howard moves it over to the right wing. Over into the hands of Tyrese Maxey. We get a foul here. The clock will stop. Yeah, Celtics doing well this season. Able to escape with close victories, which is good. Couple nail-biting victories, which is always great. Got to win those games, and glad to see that they have players that can come up in the clutch. Dwight Howard will check out of the game here for the Sixers with 10:15 left to go. Welcome to the stream once again, Will. Brooklyn with the basketball, looking for the triple-digit club tonight. They dribble right baseline. Chioza moves it back to the top of the key here. Nets will take the jumper. Joe Harris, no good. Tipped up. A rebound back over to Philly. Sixers have it with under 10 left to play. Philadelphia top of the key. Tyrese Maxey dribbles towards the right wing, moves it back over to his fellow rookie teammate, Isaiah Joe from Arkansas. Tobias Harris backs his way. The ball gets tapped out of bounds. It'll go back over to Philly here. 9:45 left to go. So Northwestern up against Illinois right now. Tight game there. Halfway through the first half, 19-17 to score in that one. Inbound for Philly. Shovels it out to Ben Simmons in the post. Puts it up, and Ben Simmons going to get contacted and fouled. Personal foul picked up here by DeAndre Jordan for Brooklyn. So 2 coming up at the line. $9:45 left to go. First free throw. No good at the free throw line there by Philly. Yep, Peyton Pritchard, absolute man. He has been shining right now. We'll see if that can be sustainable for Rookie of the Year. Right now, he's up there in the running for Rookie of the Year right now for what he can do. Hopefully, he's able to sustain that and keep on breaking out on the verge of his first season. 9:40 left to go. Second free throw good. As Brooklyn has it inside the post, that's good for 2 by the Nets. As they get into the triple-digit club tonight here, folks. 101-87, 9:20 left to go. Jumper. Off the mark, no good by Tyrese Maxey. Rebound back over to the Nets. Nets will dribble past half court. Top of the key. Chioza now with the basketball. Drives into the lane. Dish out to the right baseline. Jordan feeds it over to Shamet. Takes the 3. Knocks it down. That's good. 104-87 now the score. Timeout taken on the floor here as Brooklyn looking good, up by 17 in this game today as we go on another timeout. So Brooklyn, no KD, no Kyrie. They came to play today out in this one. Wow, Warren's like not too far away from Vegas out there. You guys are like right down the road from each other, basically. Man, so Warren, Vegas, Esteban, all out from the Ocean State. This is crazy how many people are close by to me. Yeah, who gets Defensive Player of the Year? We had a couple players being brought up. Xavier Howard, TJ Watt. I'm going to go here with Aaron Donald for this year. The Rams defense has done great this season. The offense has been inconsistent at times. That's the only thing. And it's been the turnovers that's plagued their season as far as that. But I'd go with Aaron Donald for LA. Alright, so right now we're just on a timeout here. 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter here, folks. I'm just gonna save that. No problem, Esteban. Just want to save that in here. Where do I get my live stream pictures from? All of this I do in OBS. How it's all set up, it's called Open Broadcaster Software. And that's how I'm able to set up all my slides and everything. I put all these text documents together, like you see everything, like Behind the Arc Basketball, play-by-play, timeout, Philly, Brooklyn. All this I put in as like a separate text document for each and every single one of them. And then I create my own court slides over on it's called Paint. It's on the desktop where I'm able to fit it into the slide that it needs to be. It has to be like a certain size. It's 1280 by 720. That's the size that it has to go by. And I found a clip art for for a basketball court. So I found that clip art off of a basketball court, and then in Paint, I kind of constructed it myself with the boxes I made. That's how I'm able to design all my stuff. Who's more likely to win MVP, Josh Allen, Derrick Henry? I'm going to take Josh Allen. He's had a great season. Just what he's done been is phenomenal. If there's any team that's going to be able to take down Kansas City, I feel like, in the playoffs, I think the Buffalo Bills can do it. I think Buffalo has a good chance to go to the Super Bowl and knock out Kansas City. If it all depends who can score more points in that game. And for Buffalo, they put up over 50 in the last game against Miami, against the young Miami defense that was emerging this year and getting better throughout the season. Is Providence the only big city in Rhode Island? Shockingly, it isn't. Rhode Island's got a population of almost 1 million people, and there's like quite a bit of cities that has populations over well over 50,000. Cranston, Warwick, those are 2 big cities. Pawtucket as well. I think Pawtucket's got like 90,000 where they are. East Providence has got like around 50,000, which is a separate city from Providence. There's Providence, North Providence, East Providence, which is different cities from Providence in general. So there's good-sized cities over in Rhode Island. 104-87 to score. 3-point shot. No good, off the mark there by Brooklyn. Rebound by Philly. What's good, McNutt's? Appreciate Bud for stopping them by here, man. McNutt's the real MVP out in the stream right now. Right corner 3. Philly going to take it. Danny Green hits it. Oh, yeah, Bill's definitely having a great year, for sure. This channel is absolutely growing for sure, man. 8:10 left to go in the fourth quarter right now. Brooklyn drives inside. That shot no good. Rebound back to the Sixers. Approaching the 8-minute mark remaining. Milton moves it back to the top. Green moves it over to the left wing. Hands it off to Harris. Off the handoff to Embiid. Back outside. Joel Embiid, wide open 3. Takes it, and he makes it. Good for the triple. 11-point game. If you guys are new in the stream, I cover play-by-play basketball. Spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub. Eric, welcome on board, out on the stream right now. DeAndre Jordan hands it off now. Chioza, step back jumper, free throw circle. He hits it. That's good for 2. 106-93. 7.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia, lob over the top, and that ball is going to be close to going out of bounds. Should have went out of bounds, and Ben Simmons tried to save it. Stepped out of bounds, though, with it, as they stopped the time. So it did go out of bounds. Are LeBron and KD playing tonight? KD is not playing in this game for Brooklyn. Let's see. I'm going to take a look if LeBron is playing tonight. So they're taking on the Spurs. I'll see if the Lakers release their starters for tonight. Yep, football team versus the Bucks on Saturday. I think I'm going to do that for a special live stream. I'll announce it here on the channel so you guys will know. Probably tomorrow I'll announce it, and then I'll write it up if I'm doing a special live stream on Saturday, but it would be Buccaneers versus Washington football team if I cover that one. Hey, what's good? Welcome from the Philippines here, Yuri. Welcome on the stream. Philadelphia going to go to the free throw line. 7:13 left to go. First one. Good by Embiid. Rolled around the rim and went in. Alright, so they announced the starters tonight, and yes, LeBron James is playing today for the Lakers. So starters announced 10 minutes ago. LeBron, AD, Marc Gasol, Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder for the Lakers going up against the Spurs with DeMar DeRozan, Keldon Johnson, LaMarcus Aldridge, Lonnie Walker, the fourth, and DeJounte Murray. So LeBron will be playing today along with AD. 7 minutes left to go, 106-94. Brooklyn now with the ball as they take the jumper. No good by Shaman, off the mark. Rebound by Harris for the Sixers. Sixers have it with 6:50 remaining. That'll be embarrassing if Tom and the Bucks, with all that talent, all the loaded pieces, lost against WFT on Saturday in the playoffs. And that game is at Washington, and that game is still planned on being played there at FedEx Field. 6.5 remaining. 106.94. Jumper no good by Philly. Inside the post to Brooklyn. Jared Allen lost control of it. Ball is going to get turned over here. Philly pass up the court. Off the fingertips of Simmons. Stolen right back here by Brooklyn. Nets will have it. Jeff Green takes it past half court. Moves into the hands here of LeVert. He dribbles. Left double, dribbles back around the perimeter. Hands it off to Lawaru Cabarro. He drives inside. Dish underneath. That's good for 2 by Jared Allen. 108.94 to score here, folks, in this one. 6 minutes left to go, fourth quarter. Ben Simmons takes it past half court. Ben Simmons and Embiid, both of them been quiet today. Simmons with only 11 points. Embiid's got 14. Leading scorer happens to be Shake Milton for the Sixers with 20. As Philly drives inside, Shake Milton, good for 2 there with a layup. They've just... The thing with Philly today is they've been just down by either around that range of between 8 to 12 points throughout most of this one tonight. Brooklyn driving inside. Foul picked up on the court. Clock will stop with 5.5 left to go. Yeah, Minkah Fitzpatrick. I would go out for Minkah Fitzpatrick as well for this year. He's been really impressive. 5:20 left remaining. Brooklyn with an inbound, scores up and in off the glass for 2. Philly with it. Drives inside. They're going to get fouled. Clock will stop now. 5:10. So Brooklyn has controlled this game straight from the start out in this one. Philadelphia has led, but just briefly early on in that first half. The largest lead was up by 4. Other than that, it's just been Brooklyn just controlling this game 99% of the game today. Free throw number 1 at the line. Danny Green, or Shake Milton at the line. He hits it right there. 110-97. Preston lives out in Raleigh, in North Carolina, second biggest city. Out there right behind Charlotte. They got a great NASCAR scene out there. Charlotte, the home of NASCAR. That's where they have the big race every single Memorial Day weekend, the Coke 600, and they have the NASCAR Hall of Fame there. I would definitely love to go to North Carolina in that area someday. 110-98 to score. Brooklyn driving into the post as the clock will stop here. 5 minutes even. That's going to be a personal foul picked up by Philly. And it's going to send Jared Allen over to the line shoot 2. Yeah, I hear you, McNuttess. That's correct. So, McNuttess out from Ireland here. These games always on so late. I hear you, man. Out there, if you guys are watching over in Europe, yeah, it's way past bedtime out there. All the way in the morning. Hey, we got a dono, my man, D. Wade. Really appreciate it, brother, for the dono. Welcome to the Mod Squad today, my man. You're the absolute channel legend. Let's get that dono hype from my man here, D. Wade, out in the chat. Both of the free throws good at the line by Jared Allen. Brooklyn extends it here, 112-97. Nets also in the bonus. Philadelphia now with the basketball. Embiid dribbles, floats it up, scores off the glass. They're going to count that for 2 as they join the triple-digit club tonight. There's 112-98 before that. So 112-98 before that, 112-100 right now. As he was followed by Jared Allen, and Embiid will go to the line shoot 1. Man, Northwestern up by 4 against Illinois. And they just extended it. Northwestern just hit a 3. And they're up now 35-27. So they lead it by even more. (112-100). 4:40 left to go here. Brooklyn has it, bounce pass, trying to close out this game tonight, as they've been in control throughout the entirety of this one, besides a very brief time that Philly took the lead, but it was brief. No good off the mark. The tip by LeVert couldn't go. Rebound by Philly. Sixers take it up past half court. 4:20 remaining. Embiid has it at the top, moves it over to Green, feeds it inside, right baseline to Simmons, backs his way in Lawaru Cabarro, into the post, no good, hit the front rim, tipped up, the ball is into the air, fight for the rebounds, and LeVert comes down with it for the Brooklyn Nets. Approaching 4 minutes left to go. Levert feeds it inside to Allen. Puts it up and in for 2. Right there off the backboard by Jared Allen. Brooklyn just keeps on rolling in this one. They're going to send Philly their second loss. If Brooklyn is able to control this for another final 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Floater, good for 2 by Philly. They just haven't been able to have the spark here in the second half to ignite anything big. Can I stream the Daytona 500 next month? I plan on doing that, Vegas. I hope to do that for you guys next month for my special live stream. Yeah, I went in person. I went to the NASCAR race in New Hampshire. Not this past year, but I went in 2019. It was an awesome time, man. I can't wait to go again. Jumper no good off the mark by Brooklyn. Rebound Philly. We'll see if they can do anything here. They need a desperation 3. They can't hit it though. Shake Milton off the mark. Rebound back to Brooklyn. That's where they could have really used Seth Curry tonight in this game. Curry just Curry has been great this season, averaging 17 per game. And by the way, Curry has just been phenomenal from 3 here this year for the Sixers. As we're going to go on a timeout. Unfortunately for him, though, he was held out of this game today for Seth Curry, as we're going to go on a timeout. And if they did have Curry, this game would have been a whole lot closer. That is one thing for sure. Curry this season for Philadelphia is just insane what he has done. 25 for 42 from three-point range. He is shooting the ball at almost 60% from the outside. Just incredible what he has done. So right now we go on a timeout. Scoreboard update here. The other NBA game going on currently. Memphis Grizzlies lead the Cavaliers. 6.5 remaining there. 83-77. Tight game between the two teams. Yeah, I agree with you, Ant. Some of the tracks really boring to watch for NASCAR. I'm a super speedway fan, though, so I love to watch, like, the races at, like, Daytona, Talladega. Those are my favorite races there. I know what you mean, like, races at Chicagoland, Kansas, like, those, like, mile-and-a-half tracks. Those are the ones right there that's just really boring, that nothing really happens, not too many crashes, and just, like, a couple cautions for blown tires, and that's basically it. Gonzaga looking good, 62-40. Thanks so much for the update there, man. We'll keep you guys posted. College basketball scores. Northwestern looking good, up against Illinois, 36-27. Illinois' defense is struggling. And Stanford up against Washington, big time, 30-13 the score there. Arizona, USC. I knew it was going to be a tight game. USC leads at 32 even. San Francisco losing to Portland, 43-41. The score there. Portland with a record of 6-3 in the WCC. They actually knocked down Oklahoma State in non-conference play to begin the season. Other college basketball games that finished up. Wisconsin able to win in double OT over Indiana, 80-73. Number 5 ranked Iowa over Maryland tonight, 89-67. That's great, D-Wade. I'd definitely love to go to Talladega someday. He's been 4 times to Talladega. That's awesome, man. Colorado State, UNLV, that game tied up at 69 with less than 2 minutes left to go. Can I stream the PGA Tour one day? We'll see, Vaughn. Maybe someday. Maybe sometime for a special live stream I'll break it out. Gonzaga looking good, leading 64-40. What do I think about the two Ball brothers facing up against each other tomorrow? I think that's going to be a great matchup. Some brotherly love in that one, and I'm glad to call that game, actually. So I'm going to call... tomorrow's stream, I plan on covering the Pelicans versus the T-Wolves, or Pelicans versus the Hornets tomorrow for that one. So that's going to be the game for tomorrow, Pelicans versus Hornets there for that game. I keep on saying, yeah, I've said that for the first time today because Anthony Edwards went over there. I was debating whether Edwards or LaMelo would go 1 before the draft. Vegas been to Richmond. That's great, man. The only racetrack I've been to is New Hampshire. I would love to go to... I've been to the Poconos on a tour of the racetrack. I've never been to the actual NASCAR race in person, though. Yep, the Coca-Cola 600 Memorial Day weekend, longest stream ever. I think that was either the longest stream, it was 6 hours long, or it was the NFL draft I covered in April. That draft was so long, man. It started at like 7 o'clock and it ended well past midnight. I think it ended at like 12:45 in the morning for me for the NFL draft. That was an insanely long stream. Have you done DraftKings before? No. Sports betting, for some reason, is illegal in my home state, even though in the other bordering states next to me it's legal. 117 to 104 to scores A update here coming out of the timeout. Brooklyn just knocked down a 3 as Philly drove into lane, floated up, good for 2. 2.5 left to go. How do I decide which games to do? I have Sling TV where I am, so I'm only able to cover like the games going on ESPN and TNT. So games that go on for like say like college that's on the SEC network and the ACC network, I actually don't get those channels because they're pay-per-view. So I usually just stick to the ESPN or TNT schedule for NBA. Jumper, that one's good for 2 by Philly by Embiid, but looks like too little too late. Joel Embiid just hasn't been able to heat up today. So he is well below his season average. He came into this game averaging around 25. Embiid tonight in this game just hasn't been able to play strong. He's got 20 now, actually. It seems like way less than that. Minute 50 left to go. Brooklyn has it, and a quick fall picked up by the Sixers. Yeah, Hornets on national TV for after a while. I don't think I've ever streamed the Hornets before. I don't think they've ever been on... I don't even think they were on national TV last year at all. Am I going to do the NFL draft again? We'll have to see. I'm probably going to watch it in person instead, because that was so long. that was very, very long for the NFL draft. Yep, come on down to Rhode Island for sports betting, where Gina Raimondo put the state on pause after Christmas for 2 weeks and just opened it up a little while ago. For I think it was like last week or so, the week prior she had opened it up. But yeah, I don't even think we're allowed into Rhode Island from Massachusetts because we got restrictions in Mass for like quarantine over here for some reason. 119-106. New Hampshire does mobile sports betting. Rhode Island's got 2 casinos that they have. Minute 30 left to go. Philadelphia down by 13. Shake Milton pro hop drives inside, and he's going to get fouled here from behind as the clock will stop with a minute 27. Yeah, Jared Allen did a great job defending Embiid today. And also, Simmons had a hard time in this game as well. Embiid and Simmons really struggled. 11 for 27 for the two of them combined, only scoring 31 total points here for Philly tonight. I'm not gonna do the Super Bowl, Warren. So yeah, I don't plan on doing the Super Bowl. I usually watch it with my family. That's the thing. So I usually like spend time with my family and watch the Super Bowl. I feel like I get more out of that when I watch the Super Bowl, because last year I streamed it on the football channel, and it seemed like I missed like a ton just by streaming it. Because I miss some of the stuff, trying to fill time like talking and keeping up in the chat. Sometimes I miss stuff on the screen when I have to like look up from time to time, and that happened a little bit last year with a halftime show. I missed some of the stuff, trying to take a look at the chat from time to time. That 3-point shot good from the perimeter. And Brooklyn tonight, man, they are just torching the Sixers when it's come to this game. 35 total points off of turnovers. Philly takes the 3, but too little too late in the final minute in this one. That one's good from downtown by Shake Milton. Ryan likes the final day of the draft there. That's on for a long time. That's Saturday 4 through 7 for the rounds. I think that's on starting at noontime all the way to like 7 o'clock or so at night or something. It goes on for a while. Final 35 seconds remaining. Chris Chioza drives inside, pushed it back outside, but the ball goes to nobody out of bounds. Yep, I remember that last year, Vegas. There was like 4 or 5 crashes. I think that was Talladega last year for the Geico 500. There was the massive crash at the start-finish line to close on the final lap to end the race. I remember that, man. That was insane. Corner 3 off the mark by Philly. Brooklyn just going to slow it down here in the final 20 seconds. 4-second differential shot clock and game clock. Yeah, that was my final stream, was the NFL Super Bowl. I just plan on covering special live streams now over here when I do it, because that channel only got like 200 subscribers or so. Yeah, Jack puts out Bristol, a short track, Tennessee for Bristol there, and really fun to watch. I agree, there are so many cautions out in that racetrack, because it's Bristol and Martinsville, the 2 smallest on the circuit. And there's a ton of crashes there at Bristol, which makes it really fun. That's the final out in this game here, folks. 122-109 as Brooklyn controlled the entirety of this game, like 99.5%. Philadelphia took a brief lead in the first half, but they were down by 12 points early on. Could not make the comeback here in the second half as this game has gone final here, folks. So, 13-point victory for Brooklyn without KD and Kyrie. Impressive tonight, and their defense was impressive without Kyrie and KD. Holding Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons to combined 11 for 27, shooting from the floor, and only 31 total points. That was it for them tonight in this one. Yep, the pit stop crash. That was the Brickyard, Vegas. But yeah, I remember that the crash on Pit Road was the 4th of July weekend race, the Brickyard race there. Thanks for the coverage. Appreciate it, Russell, for stopping them by, man. You guys are awesome here once again for stopping them by. Tomorrow night, I plan on being back for the NBA. It's going to be Hornets up against the Pelicans. Same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, so feel free to stop them by for that one. Before you sign off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll let you guys probably know tomorrow about my schedule for Saturday because I'm thinking about doing a special live stream on Saturday for the Buccaneers versus Washington football team for the wild card game, and then covering basketball on Sunday for Providence against Xavier. I know that that's going to be a go there Sunday morning, so I plan on covering Providence Xavier Sunday morning for some good Big East breakfast. That game's at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, so that is a very early game. If you guys are on the Pacific Coast, that's a 8 a.m. wake up time for you guys. I plan on covering that one on Sunday, but awesome, guys. Glad to have you guys on board once again here. Gonna sign off, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your night, everyone. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball. Final score here, Brooklyn wins it, 122-109 over Philly. Before we sign off, thank you guys so much for the members here. Jack Jason, the sports expert. If anybody would like to become a member out here in the stream, we got memberships as low as $1.99 per month, US dollar rate. Check that out if anybody will be interested. First one is for the special shout out at the end of my live streams. So the members get a special shout out like Jack Jason, the sports expert, do. And then the other membership is for $4.99 per month. Special live streams, but just to support the special live stream to get that up and running for being a part on the channel here for special live streams. I thought about doing it to members and mods only. For some reason, YouTube was kind of odd with that, and I had to go public for it for some reason. But if anybody would like to drop in there, feel free to do so. But, of course, you don't happen to do so. But thanks so much, guys, for the support. Wrapping up here, everybody, on this one. That's a wrap tonight on Behind the Arc Basketball. Brooklyn Nets get it done with a W. No KD and Kyrie out in this one. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball.